Oh, baby. Yo, welcome back to Phoenix. Phoenix? There's no Phoenix here. Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney Investigations. And I'm celebrating Kay's return to actually contributing to the plot. Egg, with her return with Little Thief since the last stream. Oh boy, that was a long investigation, honestly. It's pretty much the entire stream was that. That's nothing against it, but this is a very long case too. For an Ace Attorney game in general. Does anybody else feel that? But I am very confident we'll finish it today. No doubt there, and we'll start case 3. Time to break out of this prison. It's like I've been in prison this whole time. Please, I like seeing Missile. I like seeing Polly the parrot. But I am done. Let's prove the murderers right here, right now. But before that, hold on. I want y'all to see something. I actually bought these a while ago, but they just came in the other day. Take a look at this photograph. What the heck is on Phoenix's head? Oh, it's a cup of coffee. There's these little keychain plushes that came out recently in Japan. I pre-ordered them. I thought I had them all. I guess I didn't, which is kind of unsettling because as with all pre-ordered merchandise in Japan, it's hard to get now. There's a Phoenix that doesn't have coffee on his head, and there's a Blue Badger plush. Why didn't I get the Blue Badger? Oh, I'm a little upset, but also they're adorable. Look at the small beans. Can you tell why I arranged them like this? You gotta have Phoenix next to Godot because of the coffee. You gotta have Mia next to Godot. You gotta have Edgeworth next to Phoenix. Maya's hanging out near Mia, and Francisco's kind of just there, making sure to whip Phoenix from behind. Something like that. I don't know. I'm just glad I'm glad for what I have and, what I paid money for still. And just making people aware that these are available, and if you can import them from Japan, they're pretty good. They're adorable. They're super adorable. I will take any and all Ace Attorney merchandise. It's few and far between. Heck. Wait a minute. Thank you for the resub, AOL. Welcome back to the chicken coop. Grab a nest, get comfy, and enjoy the emotes. We're just about to start. The beginning of the end. This is a very long case too. But I'm ready. How you doing? How's everybody doing? When we just left off, we had just finished our investigation of the circus, recreating the scene of the crime, and we got intel that Justine and Sebastian have no freaking clue, man. Trying to rub it in their faces. Ahem, ahem. At that moment, you will forfeit the title of prosecutor. You shall regret this. The only thing I'm regretty is my spaghetti. Judge Courtney's reasoning. Look at those cuties. They are so cute. Hey, well, do you wanna import some? Not from me, but just in general. This is what my stream does. It encourages people to make purchases. Also, Azuro, what's up? Thanks for the super egg. Didn't notice you there. How you doing? I shared my reasoning with you the day before. Since Mr. Albert did not see the body when he passed through the tunnel, it could only have been dropped down the well during the show. But what if it was still suspended at the time? The only one who could have performed such an act is the suspect. Naturally, you have evidence to support your reasoning. Of course she does! Who do you think she is? Earlier, I received this official autopsy report. It's been updated? Finally? Babysitting that kid... Oh, wait a minute. Babysitting that kid must be difficult. The time of death was the night before the body had been discovered. In other words, the day before the show. The cause of death remains unchanged. A stab wound 4 inches deep. Autopsy report updated in my organizer. If there's any doubt that this wasn't a love letter to Ace Attorney. This was, I mean. Simon Keyes was not present on stage for a period of 15 minutes. There was sufficient time for him to drop the body down the well. She has not investigated the courtyard yet. That means... Huh. It seems there's a hole in your argument. You seem quite confident. Can you present evidence to support your claim? Of course I can. And I will. And I may. And I might. Beware my evidence. Edgeworth is always right. Edgeworth's just gonna start his own, like, little Green Lantern Corps. Everyone has to wear, like, a prosecutor badge ring. It doesn't do anything, it's just very shiny. Alright, let's press. Yeah, your reasoning from before, but both of us agree that it's wrong, right? So, you continue to believe that Mr. Keyes is the murderer? Just as you continue to speak as if he is not. Do you have any decisive evidence? Do you know the identity of the true criminal? You do realize you need proper evidence too. I am a representative of the goddess of law. My words are her holy orders. If I know anything about anime, we're gonna be taking down that god with, like, guns ablaze by the end of this game, right? Like, this is the persona of Ace Attorney, right? I'm sorry. Is that a spoiler? Is that a spoiler? Did we just, like, shoot the goddess of law herself? Persona style. Let's go. Egg. Indeed, if I state something is black, it's black. If I state something is white, it is white. So, what would you call gray? My hair after I'm done dealing with Sebastian. Wait, my hair is always gray. Oh no! If you wish to disprove my words, then present your evidence at once. What's up, Dylan? Do you have a solid idea of who might have done it? Oh, we do. I'm a little... Nothing against the writing of this case. It's just a little odd to me that the pieces didn't really fall into place until the very, very end. I had suspicions that there might have been another party involved, but now I'm like, okay, what's the motive? I'll see when we get there. Since Mr. Elbert did not see the body, this might be the statement I have to contradict, I think. Because we do have Simon's device. We don't have proof, but we're betting. Check this, check this. Oh, we don't have the diagram, we only have the picture. We're betting that this, at the end of this rope, the body was hanging during the show. Couldn't it be possible that Elbert just failed to notice the body? Miss Assistant's assistant, did you also enter the hole? Huh? How'd you know? I noticed that there was some mud stuck in your lovely hair ornament yesterday. That's amazing! Your powers of observation would even put a great thief to shame! Your powers of having eyeballs that function? In the name of the goddess of law, answer me truthfully. If there were a dead body in that tunnel, would it have escaped your notice? Well, the thing is... Yeah, I think I would have noticed something like that. No, Kay, you're supposed to say, no, I would be totally oblivious. Whose side are you on? Please. You'd love to help down this god? Alright, you can join the party, Chibi. Sygidia Puns, how's it going? Another episode? You know it. Justice shall be served. This is her, Courtney Justice. If it wasn't for the fact that there's already a character whose surname is Justice in the Ace Attorney world, I bet this fan translation would have just named her like Courtney Justice or something. What if she was related to Apollo Justice, huh? Do you understand now? Mr. Elbert did not see the body. It could only have been dropped down the well during the show. Well, that part is actually right. But not in the way you think. The body was dropped down the well during the show. I'd like to hear your reasoning for this. The day before the show, Mr. Elbert lent the key to Mr. Knightley. The key to Knightley's cell, huh? Mr. Knightley escaped from his cell with the key and entered the cage Mr. Keyes had prepared. Mr. Keyes then moved the cage to the courtyard and proceeded to murder Mr. Knightley. The next day, when Mr. Elwood passed through the tunnel, he did not come across the body. Please, wait a minute! That doesn't seem right at all. Yamate could have stopped that. Wasn't there a sweet... Sorry, I heard that somewhere and I can't stop thinking about it. Wasn't there a sweet smell in the tunnel? Mr. Knightley must have passed through it. Mr. Knightley passed through the tunnel after Mr. Elbert did. Mr. Elbert passed through the tunnel at the start of the show. However, the body wasn't found until the end of the show. Which is why you believe the body was dropped during the show. Yes, and there is only one person who could have carried out this act. Alright, unless there's a new statement from this, I think we have to present evidence against one of the earlier ones. Yeah, here's the thing about Ace Attorney. No matter the game, no matter how much you want to get fancy with it, sometimes you just gotta press every statement one by one. It's formulaic, but hey, I would like to think if they make Ace Attorney 8, 7. I keep forgetting which one we're on. Maybe they'll shake up the gameplay just a little bit. Just a little bit. Like stuff I've mentioned before, like branching paths, or maybe different ways to use the same evidence. Yeah, I'd like something like that. Thanks for the toss. I see you've presented your evidence to me. It's Kirby. There's no one else who could have committed this murder. I heard that Miss Berry was present on stage at all times. A great number of the prisoners were also watching the show. Even the prisoners who did not see it have sufficient alibis. How about the guards? Along with the warden, nearly everyone was watching the show. But there must have been a chance for even one of them to approach the well. During the show, none of the guards left their posts. That much is certain. They all testified as such. She's left no room for oversight. With her line of reasoning, but there is a hole, however tiny. What? Sleepy memories, welcome on in. I promise I'm not saying sus things. Do you finally admit that only Simon Keyes could have been the criminal? Judge Courtney has not thoroughly examined the courtyard like we have. So there's a bit of a gap in our argument, right? Gap. Yeah, I should have said gap, not hole. Thank you, Ray. I should review the evidence we obtained in the courtyard. Bullfrog, how's it going? How am I? I'm doing just peachy. Every time I play Ace Attorney, I make sure not to be too tired before. I've had bad experiences. You can see it if you go back to my great Ace Attorney VODs. I play those games on like 2 hours of sleep sometimes. Oh my god, I was so dead. I was so dead and it was just embarrassing. I'd read like entire testimonies and then I would have not processed anything they said. Oh, that's so bad. That is no way to play Ace Attorney. You need functioning brain cells. No brain cells, only pressing. I've learned my lesson. In fact, that's why I made this week's schedule Monday, Thursday Ace Attorney. So I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Doing some art? Ooh, hope it goes well, Bullfrog. What you drawing? Shared my reasoning. Okay, so right now, Courtney's giving some testimony about what she actually believes happened with the body. We need to present evidence that shows that somebody else could have dropped the body during the show. The problem I'm having right now is technically she's right. Technically she's right. Technically, the suspect did actually drop the body, but he didn't know he was doing it. It's got to be Simon's device. It's a device that we're suspecting had the body suspended from it. It did drop during the show. I'm thinking either did not see the body when he passed through the tunnel, or the only one who could have performed it is the suspect. This is not a complete thought, so I'm gonna try... I'm gonna try the last one first. In my defense, says Raw, you have to read testimonies a handful of times. Yeah. That's the challenge of Ace Attorney. You can know what happened with the utmost faith, but you have to find the way to break down people's arguments. Objection! And nothing feels more satisfying to an Ace Attorney player than when the music stops. Entire testimonies. Yeah, but who killed them though? Like a real lawyer? Yeah, like I have to pay attention or something. Cool 1906, how's it going? Welcome. Unfortunately for you, Judge Courtney, your argument doesn't hold any water, just like the well. Oof. There was a device set up around the well here. What is this device of which you speak? Are you aware of the stunt in which Mr. Keys is blown away by the elephant during the show? I have heard of it. It would have been right before he exits the stage. He tied one end of a length of rope to himself and the other end to a set of weights. He was able to perform the stunt by dropping these weights down the well. Objection! Wouldn't he have spent the whole place suspended up in the air? Hold it! That's why he had a stopper attached to the weighted end. Please allow me to finish before you speak, Mr. DeBest. The best at interrupting me, maybe. The stopper was removed by pulling another rope. Around the well, we found evidence that the weights were switched with the victim's body. This was done by the real killer in order to shift suspicion away from them. Do they believe it? I think they bought it. Judging by the time of death, the murder was carried out in the early morning of the show. The true criminal had up until the time the show started to set up the device. And we have proof that the cameras were off for 3 hours, so there was ample time to have messed up the video footage and not be captured by it. Not mess up, but like mess up the scene of the actual crime. Yo, yo, yo. But didn't Simon Keys make that thing? And since he was also the one who used it, he is the best subject. That's why he is a conductor. He has to conduct the person on the drums to like, do it, rimshot, now, now. Don't you agree? If Mr. Keys were the murderer, he would not have needed to do that. Miss Berry. Yes? Was there anyone else who knew the device he set up?
Well, let me see. Since we had to get everything about our show approved by the people here at the prison, I'd say that there were others who knew about it.
And there you have it.
Overruled.
I see. You have indeed performed a thorough investigation, which is why I am even further perplexed. Perplex yourself not, Courtney. I have your explanation right here. Just, well, you know, now I'm thinking. I was about to make my mind is always thinking about puns while I read dialogue. I was thinking of making a gator pun with investigator. Decided not to, but then that just reminded me. We still haven't figured out why the gator is metal. It might be a robot. It might actually be a robot to get people away from this place so that Warden might be able to move freely. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I guarantee it. Why do you not use your efforts for justice? My actions are not just. Who made that decision? Who died and made you the judge? I guess you are a judge. But who died? Oh, Knightley died. Well, no further questions. The prosecution rests. Annie, thanks for the resub. Welcome back to the Chicken Coop. Grab an S, get comfy, and enjoy the emotes. You still love how there are points in the series where the music keeps going even when it's right? Oh, Dylan, oh, you have given me some trauma. You've reminded me of some trauma. There's a part in Ace Attorney 2 where they do that. Or something, not exactly that, but there's a part where you have to present evidence. Basically, it's the last evidence you present in that entire game. And whether or not you get it right or wrong, the first few lines of dialogue after are the same. And you know what? I was on like just a tiny little smidgen of health. So I had to get it right. So what I did was I kept presenting evidence. It looked like I got it wrong, and then I reset the game so that I could try again. Reload from the menu, all from the beginning, because I was on so little health. So I presented evidence. It looked wrong. Reset. Present evidence. It was wrong. Reset. Present evidence. It was wrong. Reset. I literally presented everything in my inventory until I finally looked it up, and it was actually like the second thing I presented. It was the second thing. But because it looked like the same message I got when I presented the first thing, I thought it was wrong. I thought it was wrong. Oh, I wasted so much time. So much time. You know, I'm glad that Ace Attorney doesn't do that anymore, though. I'm sure other ones do that, but now I'm aware. Now that I'm aware that's a thing they do, and I wait, a couple of lines of dialogue before I reset. So, there's my story. You cannot understand even that? Even now? Providing support to a defense attorney despite being a prosecutor. It is quite unnatural. This goes against the rules. Screw the rules, I have justice. Screw the rules, I have rules. I'm merely choosing to do what I think is right at this particular time. Also, Wine Rib, nice 6th. Hope you're doing well, Wine Rib. Welcome on in. I travel down the road, I have chosen your comprehension does not matter in the least. However, if anyone intends to interfere, I will show no mercy. Perhaps this is a calling from the goddess of law, if you intend to rebel against her divine will. I will have no choice but to hand down my verdict. Pay heed to my words. I have one more reason to suspect Simon Keyes of murder. What reason could you have? Enlighten me. Is it something new, or are you just twisting my words again? Oh, whoa. If the body came from the courtyard, how was Mr. Knightley brought here from the detention center? Only Simon Keyes could have provided such an opportunity. Because of this fact, I find it most difficult to suspect any other party of this crime. Imagine if they did that in Ace Attorney 7. You know what? I still think they're probably on that, difficulty reset from 5 and 6. I'd be fine with that. In fact, they'd probably have a mode that's like, hey, no penalty mode. Don't they have that in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, actually? A no penalty mode? Well, there you go. Just let it play. I know they have a story mode. Ooh, that would be really cool to have the story mode for Ace Attorney 7. While Simon Keyes was moving supplies for the show, he visited Mr. Knightley's cell. Does not that strike you as odd? Why else would he have brought a large covered cage with him? Because he's his friend and he needed to have the cage with him? Oh, that does seem pretty suspicious. Every time I see this K sprite, the one where she's facing to the side and just pouting, it's so sad. It's like she's giving up hope. K, it's alright. I get contradicted all the time. Usually by Phoenix. Mr. Keyes was merely that kind of person. It is entirely possible that he carelessly brought it there. If that is possible, then it is also possible that he was assisting the escape. Am I wrong? Not entirely, but I have evidence. I suppose I must refute her theory. With evidence! Kay needs a hug. A big old Gumshoe gummy hug. You think Gumshoe gives good hugs? He's basically a giant bear.
Hold it!
It's funny, I said I've been watching the anime, from Gumshoe's sprite in the games, you think he's just like this huge, broad man, like the size of an actual wall. At least from his giant trench coat, But then you see him in the anime and, especially moments where he doesn't wear the trench coat all the way, it's like, oh, he's just man. He's just regular anime man. Where did the rest of Gumshoe go? There needs to be at least 30% more gum, or 30% more shoe. You seem to believe that Knightley was killed in the courtyard. So can you say when he was brought here? day of the show between midnight and 8 a.m. I am positive it could only have been during that time. So, after rehearsal had ended and before the show begun, the most pressing issue is... The coat contains his power. Mipples, hi, hello, how's it going? How you doing? I believe this is the statement unless we get something new. Nightly being brought, because we have an explanation. It is through the device again? It can't be through the device again. I think we'd have to present the role. Ooh, this is actually a little bit of a problem. Again, I know what happened, I just don't know how to prove it. The tunnel, maybe? Maybe the tunnel. I don't know, I'll think about it. Are you certain there were no other routes? A trial date had not been determined for Mr. Knightley. Since he was not a prisoner, he could not have easily entered the prison. He would have stood out too much. Meaning no one testified seeing him there. Well done. May you be blessed by the goddess of law. As I said, Mr. Knightley was taken into the prison through a less conspicuous manner. Only Simon could have provided. Okay, let me think about it this way. We know what happened. It's that Simon Keyes was actually knocked out and dragged through the tunnel from his cell. From there, someone must have gone into the well, additionally, tied him up to replace the weights, and then gone through the tunnel again. So, instead of focusing on how Knightley was brought into the prison, we have evidence that shows that Knightley was dragged through the tunnel. It's the footage. I think it's the footage. Can I watch it? It does match up with the time period. Are you certain that he was the only person who had the opportunity? Have you forgotten? This is a prison. Due to the constant supervision, it would be impossible to do anything unusual. I think I'm getting used to the bayonetta. Then wouldn't it be the same for Mr. Keyes? The warden has shown favor to the Berry Big Circus. Simon Keyes is a circus member, Miss Berry's apprentice no less. It could only have been him. He was able to move about freely within the facility. It seems you forgot to mention that. Overruled. The word forget does not exist in my dictionary. Then, you better spring clean your mind or else things are gonna accumulate in there. Be hard to think about cases with all that in your mind. Then it would be prudent for you to add this to your argument. Mr. Keyes may have been the only person who could move around freely in the prison, but on the day of the murder, there was a gap in time missing from the surveillance records. During that time, anyone could have done as they pleased. Do I have proof of this gap in the surveillance records? Yes, I do. Take that! It's right there. Haha! You know, it occurred to me that they might have been asking about the light switches, but it's a good thing the footage was actually the right answer. I was just so confident. Mr. Keyes wasn't the only one who had the opportunity. Maybe you forgot the definition of forgot. Oop! Got him. Who else could have had the opportunity? The time stamp on the security camera is off by 3 hours. This means there was a 3-hour gap in time. During that time, anyone could have done it. If that were the case, then the murderer would have created the gap in time intentionally. It would not have been a simple camera failure. Are you saying that is possible? Oh, it's more than possible. It's popsicle. How far am I in the anime? Well, here's the thing, actually. I actually went back and started rewatching the first season again to kind of recap. You know, since people I've been watching have been playing Ace Attorney 1. So, I haven't actually gotten far in Season 2 yet. But I'm just remembering all the little, like, things that gave that series charm, even if it's not totally a good representation of Ace Attorney 1. Like red, whites, English? What's your name? What's the matter? No, no, no. Oh, man. I want to do a fan dub of Ace Attorney Season 1, because I want to do the whole, like, oh, are you not entertained by the splendiferosity of my personage thing they did for the dub, for the localization, you know? And the little gags with, like, I don't know, like, a lot of heart definitely shines in that series as well. It's good stuff. It's possible if you had access to this! In this courtyard, we found the circuit breaker for the security camera. And it was possible to access the breaker room both before and after the murder. What? It's like Sebastian is reacting for Courtney. Unfortunately, it appears you have fallen short of your intentions. Mr. Edgeworth hasn't fallen short of anything. In fact, you can measure it with Ace Attorney rulers. The lawyers may not be straight, but the rulers are. So, can you explain how the murderer obtained the key to the breaker room? Oh yeah, that's right. It was locked, wasn't it? The warden hangs on to the key, right? The breaker room has great importance, even in a prison. There is no one who would be able to obtain the key so easily. Well, that's the thing. They didn't obtain it. They always had it. Well, I can think of someone. I wouldn't say it so menacingly. I can think of someone. There you go. It's a little smug. It's a little sly. It's a little bit like... hiding the pain, Edgeworth. Oh, I don't have to hide the pain Edgeworth thing anymore. Damn it, I was gonna put it up. And we got a new job. Oh, hope it's going well. What did you say? This person, the murderer, was able to get the key. They didn't even need to steal it. How awesome. There can't be anyone like that. Besides, the breaker to the electrified fence is in that room too. Only one person could have done this. I didn't want to believe it myself, but I trust that my logic is sound. Despite the fact that I've only come across this piece of evidence just now. The person who used the key to enter the breaker room is... Eeny, meeny, miny, meeny, miny. Patricia Rowland, 37, female, warden of the prison. Take that! The murderer is... Eh? Oh, hi, Missile. Hi. Oh. Oh. Speak of the devil, and she shall appear wearing a fox. Warden Rowland. You wish they did a dub for Apollo Justice or Dual Destiny? Oh yeah, I want them to adapt. Like, it's... I don't think they're gonna get more Ace Attorney anime, sadly, because the reception to the first... I'm surprised we got a second season, because the reception was not favorable. I can understand why, but I just wish it had better treatment. Guess who? Oh my, what an energetic little puppy. That's because this dog is extremely fond of sweets. It seems to detect a sweet scent on you. Oh, heavens no. I'm not even wearing perfume of anything of the sort. What the dog doing? What the dog detects is the sweet scent of death. Edgeworth, is there something you want to tell us? How poetic. If you had a perfume, would it smell of death, Edgeworth? Well, actually, funny thing. If Edgeworth had a perfume, huh? Well, I'm about to show you something cool. Turns out, new merchandise line in Japan. There is Ace Attorney cologne, or perfume, however you want to call it, coming out in Japan. They're first coming out with... Check this out. They're first coming out with great Ace Attorney scents. I almost said flavors. Ryunosuke Naruhodo smells of citrus, gardenia, and leather. I have no idea what ylang ylang is. And cinnamon. Asogi smells like cassis, lavender, black pepper, and amber. Which one of these characters is gonna smell like curare? I don't know. Probably Watson. Herlock Sholmes is spirit. What, like ghosts? Leafy green, floral, amber. Baroque is sandalwood, cedarwood, musk. What do you mean musk? Ew. He's just a musky man. It does make sense though. Hold on. Oh, maybe this already came out. Let me see. I found eBay listings, but apparently there's also Edgeworth and Phoenix cologne. Yeah, this is already out. Check this out. From, oh, look at this. It's a Way Forward employee on Twitter. Ace Attorney Cologne. Edgeworth smells like an ashtray. Yeah. I don't know what Phoenix smells like. What does Phoenix smell like? Does he smell like ramen? No, that's Maya. Yes, this fox is alive. Isn't it cute? Anyway, here's Patricia Lorland. However, does that not imply that I committed a murder? That's what I think.
What?
The warden is the murderer? Mr. Edgeworth, are you serious about your statement? How amusing! The very thought of a warden committing a murder. Oh, kissy kissy. It sounds like something out of a mystery novel. Precisely. Your reasoning is in contempt.
Water.
Nothing of the sort. I did not want to believe it myself, but thanks for the hydrate. Based on the evidence. Based on what? I have no choice but to believe it. This evidence proves that Warden Roland is the murderer. The fact that only you could turn off the lights. Wait, no. Wait a minute. Wait, no, hold on. Wait, just double checking things. Just double checking some things. The fact that you can turn on the light. This proves you are the murderer. It apparently does not. Treating Lee like a criminal just because of that is so cruel. You're the only one, though. That doesn't even have anything to do with me. No, that wasn't it. Huh. Miss Sal's reaction to Warden Roland earlier. What was the cause of it? I need to let that guide me to the answer. I suppose your accusation was nothing more than a joke in poor taste after all. No, it was not Warden Roland. You are the murderer. Then why don't you show us the evidence? Alright, the evidence. Why Miss Saul was reacting. Because of sweets. Because sweets. Nothing in the evidence smells sweet, though. Or is it because of the body? Maybe not the body. I don't know. Or maybe it is the body. It's the only thing that mentions sweet. You know what? I'm gonna try it. The smell gave you away. The smelly smell. The kind of smelly smell that smells smelly. As you can plainly see, someone has taken notice. This police dog? He tracked the sweet smell that came from the body. And right now, he is telling us that the same scent is also on Warden Roland. You're a cruel one to accuse me of murder based on something like that. Right, Justine, darling? She knows my logic is sound. The truth shall set you free. It appears that Judge Courtney has reached the same conclusion I have. Mr. Edgeworth, this couldn't have just been a coincidence, could it? The key to the breaker room and the same scent on the body. If it were only one, it could have been seen as such. But two, it takes to tango. It appears we have reached a conclusion. A conclusion. We should now listen to what the warden has to say. Indeed, until we do, we cannot close this case. Oh my goodness! Everyone was such scary faces. So I'm the only one that could have been the murderer? That just cannot be. Who cut the crap? Hammy looks at fossils. Somebody got a megalodon tooth? Did you buy that yourself? Are they expensive? Oh no, I just thought of the PC manufacturer who bought actual fossils to glue to a PC. Man, freaking scumbags. Those belong... Literally, Indiana Jones, those belong in museums. Holy crap. Anyway, why can't I be the killer? Yellow Pikachu has to go and close this. I'm closing it. I'm trying. I heard all about the case from Justine Darling here. Had I committed the murder, it would have taken place inside the holding cell. But I couldn't have moved the body. I never went into the prison. I was caught up in my work. Up until the show, I was stuck in my office. Check up on it if you like. You'll find there's no record of me entering the prison. 'Cause you shut off the electricity. I don't know what reasoning you had, but I can say for sure, I cannot be the killer.
But Missile back to you, pal. You gotta be the culprit.
Gumshoe, please just let me handle it. That's not how I phrased it. Oh heavens, it's not possible. I already told you I never went to the prison. If you think I'm lying, why don't you check the records? She wants us to check the records? She does seem confident. But now all we can do is listen to her and try to draw out more information. I do hope you understand, Mr. Edgeworth. Ooh. If the warden doesn't say anything, the case doesn't get closed. Yeah, you know, this is what happens with Ace Attorney. If only the culprit didn't come up to the witness stand and spill all the beans. Right? All they have to do is not incriminate themselves. You'd think it'd be easy.
Hold it.
A Spinosaurus tooth is like $400. I could buy that. I shouldn't. I'd rather buy, I don't know, a Steam Deck. But, why would I want that though? I don't know. Maybe after I lose all of my teeth and become old, in that order, I just replace all my teeth with dinosaur teeth. From Judge Courtney, are you two close? Are you two secretly lovers? Isn't there an Ace Attorney? Oh yeah, Ace Attorney 1. You can just one of the answers to a question is that, oh yes, Grossberg and Red White are lovers. Yeah, no. And I love how they just play it completely seriously. And Grossberg's like,
Yes, that's true. No, that's not true.
as close as fish in water. Are you jealous?
Jealous?
On the first day of the investigation, she filled us in on the situation. In exchange for our cooperation, she explained the details of the case to us. How could you say that? You're so mean, Justine, darling. The truth is the truth. I believe it should be told as such. For some reason, those two seem kind of scary. Kawaii. Again, this song reminds me of Spyro the Dragon every time. The murder occurred inside the cell. How can you be so certain about that? Well, that's what I am going to also claim. The classic 1-2 answer. You two are lovers! I knew it, they are! Well, everywhere else would be under surveillance, right? And the victim's blood was found there too. Oh, she is using the evidence against me. That blood was actually when he was struck by Elbert, but I don't think it's necessary to inform her of this fact. That doesn't mean it's proven, you do know that. But I see no contradictions in assuming the crime scene was at the detention center. But I couldn't have moved the body. I never went to the prison. I don't know if we can prove that she went into the prison, but we can prove that she had an opportunity. Maybe that's all we need. Maybe. You never went into the prison. Do you have proof of this? My, can't you wait for me to finish? I can't, I'm impatient. I need to get out of prison now. I've been in here for how many streams? You were in your office the whole time. Nothing strange happened. No, nothing at all. Were you looking for something? I'm not too good at tidying up. I always forget where I put everything. The other day, I even lost track of an important piece of evidence. How could you have made such a grave error? Because she's lying, Edgeworth. If someone were to take something from me, I wouldn't even notice it the entire year. I guess it would be hard to attack the key to the breaker room. Attack with the key. Let's take it from another angle. With a mustache.
Yes. Calling on Wario to help.
On the day of the incident, I was working in my office and searching for lost items. Maybe Wario stole them, you don't know. Oh boy, I can imagine a Mario game that has some sort of lost simulation in it. Because you know what? There has been a trial in a Mario game. Super Mario Sunshine, Mario's immediately convicted of the crime of messing up Al Delfino. Peach with her objection. Why can't we have Princess Toadstool Peach Ace Attorney? Capcom, make it happen. In other words, I couldn't have gone to the prison even if I wanted to. Check up on it if you like. If there's no record of me entering the prison. You did not enter the prison from the entrance. But what if there was another route? Oh my! Are you suggesting something like a secret passage? I don't know if anything like that exists. It is my firm belief that you did possess an alternate route. That route was neither the entrance nor a secret passage. The route you used was from here. Right here, baby. The door between there and the courtyard. Easy. I hope this is the right place to present. You moved through here to enter the prison. Oh my. Now, how would I have gone to the prison from there? Maybe I was supposed to click the electric door instead. I mean, you go through both these doors. Can you blame me? Mr. Edgeworth, you yourself said that I said neither the entrance nor a secret passage. Yeah, it's right there. It's not a secret. It's on the map. Come on. Just give that to me. Man. Oh, this wasn't the right route. Okay, let's try the electric fence. I think I'm right. The question is just a little off. If I were on the fan translation team, I'd reassess how these lines get used, like, within the game. Because sometimes it's important to phrase things so that it gives people hints. I don't know. I'm not blaming them. Maybe this is how the original game was written. I'm just salty. I am blaming the game. Oh, streamer. Streamer, I thought you were good at games. Knightley was suspended from the well the night before the show.
What should we do, sir? The lady's got nerves of steel.
Huh. But there's no record of her going to the prison, is there? The records won't help us at the present time. First, let's listen carefully and gather information. Alright, let's go back and press that one statement. Oop, ah! You teleported inside. What was wrong with that message? Oh, it automated you because that message has the phrase blow you in it. And no, I'm not gonna read that for the YouTube VOD. Y'all can just guess. Even though it's completely out of context, you can all just guess what was said. Da, 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 da. Yeah, apparently a saber-tooth skeleton costs 320,000. That I will not buy. Can I afford that? No, I cannot. No, I cannot. I have other things to spend on, like Gundam kits, thank you. Like, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney plushies. Like, Shantae and the Pirate's Curse model kits from Volks Inc. You did not enter the prison from the entrance, but what if? Imagine trying to defend Bowser from all accounts of murder. I mean, to be honest, Mario probably commits murder more than Bowser does. You can quote me on that. All the Goombas he's killed, all the bricks that, you know, in Mario 1 are canonically toads transformed. The barbed wire fence? You would have moved nightly to your office first. This office leads directly to the garden side of the courtyard. If you had moved through here and passed through the barbed wire fence, you would have arrived at the prison without passing through the entrance or a tunnel. I wonder what Mr. Edgeworth is saying. Blocks are toads? Yeah, read the manual. It says they are. For some reason. That's why all the, like, hills and clouds have eyes. Haven't you noticed? There's a high voltage current running through the fence.
Yeah! Obviously, she couldn't have passed through it like that.
It is not my headcanon that the best accidentally takes the accent of whoever's the most dominant voice in the room. Because he's just trying to sound smart, and he does it by subconsciously copying whoever is smart.
Obviously, she couldn't have passed through it like that.
The current to the fence could be switched off at the breaker room, and you were the only one who had the key, Warden Roland. Most amusing. However, the breaker room is located on the prison side of the courtyard. How would the warden have accessed it from the detention center? You could have just done it ahead of time. It's not like you didn't have time to prepare. Oh, quite right. Gotcha there, Mr. Edgeworth. That's... If there is no record of her passing through the prison entrance... Or she was wearing rubber gloves, clearly. It would not have been possible for her to turn off the fence's breaker. But Warden Roland was the only one who had access. What, we can't argue that she did it before? Or, like, got somebody to do it for her? Don't let this faze you, Miles. But if I don't have a solution for this, she'll get away. Now, Uncle Ray never said don't think, you know. That's just what Uncle Ray does. You, Miles Edgeworth, you get to think. That's what your daddy always said. Ray, don't think, feel. Of course, he was talking about kung fu movies, but it's still a good life lesson, I think. It's not just good, it's just not good to be so stubborn about it. That's all. But no matter how you think about it, Warden Roland couldn't have done this alone. Huh? Alone, huh? Prosecutor Edgeworth, if you've failed to come up with any new Objection. I am not amused, interrupting my judgment only to be silent. Yeah, Edgeworth does that a lot. I'm sorry, I was trying to come up with something to say while I was objecting. I didn't, Your Honor. Without thinking, I just blurted out objection. That's the line from Ace Attorney 2! Oh my god! Wait, crap, I should have screenshot that. That's just how you play Ace Attorney. I have to answer. I won't let this end here. My reasoning is not over yet. So, how did she use the breaker without leaving the detention center? It's perfectly possible. With this method. What made it possible to turn off the breaker? Position, timing, somebody else. She had somebody else do it. It was indeed impossible for one person. But what if there were two? Exactly! Just what I expected from you, Miles.
さすが三剣です
Yes, you had an accomplice on the prison side. Uh-oh, what if the accomplice was Simon? Who could the accomplice have been? Was it Jay Elbert? Was there a deal going on? Helping him escape, turning a blind eye in exchange for... Helping get rid of Knightley? Enough! I am disappointed in you, Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth.
What's that, pal? You making fun of Mr. Edgeworth?
The inmates at this prison all wear bracelets. If they try and go where they please, they'll set off the alarm. Ah! So you've noticed, this is a prison after all. It was the fox. The fox is the accomplice, of course. Not only the prisoners, but the guards too are under constant scrutiny. So why didn't anyone notice Elbert? The only ones allowed to move around freely are the animals. And they certainly could not have used the breaker. But it's still possible that a person did it. It really is from the prosecutions. I say this a lot. But it's true. This game is written as if I am the prosecution side. It's not just like Phoenix Wright with a different skin. It's actually Edgeworth, how he keeps pulling up possibilities and people try to refute him. He's the one leading. I love it. Excluding the inmates and the guards, just what kind of person would you say it was? We can't exclude the inmates and guards just yet. There was only one person, one whose movement was not restricted. This evidence shows that there was someone in the prison who could move around freely. I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but this does say someone was able to move freely. Frank saw it? Was saw it really the accomplice? That is... It looks like the bracelet worn by the prisoners. This belongs to a certain model inmate, and it's broken. What? Just who on earth does this belong to? You never saw it coming. Frank saw it. The warden's favorite inmate. No wonder they were so buddy-buddy. Oh! Hey, now. Look, the fox is looking away. Oh, no, wait, the fox is licking. Oh, oops. Have I struck a nerve? Don't you think it's strange? He managed to keep this hidden while he moved around freely in his daily prison life. Golly, when you think about it, it shouldn't be possible. Gotcha now. Oh, this is one of the most satisfying parts. Listen to the pursuit theme. I'd hazard a guess that this was because he was a special case. Just like Sirhan Dogan is in the special cell. The prosecutor's statement is mere conjecture. No, it was really broken. You could find out by simply asking Sowett himself. It is my firm belief that Mr. Sowett and Warden Rowland were partners in crime. Due to their collaboration, another route surfaces. The real route by which Knightley's body was moved to the prison. There were two obstacles that needed to be dealt with. The security camera in front of Knightley's cell, and the electric fence in the courtyard. Both these problems couldn't have been solved with a single stroke, by having Sowett switch off the breakers in the breaker room. Mr. Edgeworth, could you just wait one moment? Do you still intend to deny it, Warden Rowland? Oh, I give in. I confess. Never a good sign. Never a good sign. Warden Rowland, no! This cannot be! She's gonna confess to turning out the breaker, but she's still not gonna confess to the crime. Yes, it's just as he says. Frank Sowett and I were partners in crime. No way! You did it, Mr. Edgeworth!
Well done, Miles! At last, we have the real culprit cornered.
Like Mr. Edgeworth said, Frankie operated the breaker, but we were not responsible for Knightley's murder.
What?
Okay. Warden Rowland, whatever do you mean? Judge Courtney, with God is law, hear my confession. We can do it in the church at all of everything. The goddess of law is merciful. She will absolve you. I was being threatened. That's why I had no choice but to do as I was told. You're still gonna blame it on someone else. But who? What? You're gonna say... She's gonna say that Simon Keyes put her up to it. Like, really, dude? He doesn't have it in him. Or Dogan? Dogan? Really? I don't believe her? But how? How is Sir Han even involved? Bring him here. He's not gonna like you pinning the crime on him, ma'am. Sir Han Dogan, that assassin!
Dogan?
It's been going on since that man came to the prison. I will never forget that day.
What?
I found my thumbnail. Have I found my thumbnail? I'm not... It's always a challenge. Like, do I put something that might be a spoiler up? Or do I just leave vague memes as my thumbnail for the YouTube VOD? When we were both alone, he suddenly said to me...
I have many dogs outside the prison.
The dogs?
Yes, you could say I'm somewhat of a big shot. Loyal dogs who obey my every command.
I soon realized that what Dogan referred to were not really dogs, but his human henchmen. Yeah, I understood that, Roland. That's not all he said.
You'd better watch how you treat me. If you don't want you and your family to become dog food. Hoo.
I had no choice. I gave him the special sale. I gave him anything he desired. Anything he desired? You don't mean the supplier. Oh, Niza, she might actually be telling the truth. Because that would explain how everyone turns a blind eye to Dogan being the supplier and getting anything he needs. He has the power in the prison. He can control anybody. No. Shows how much Patricia Warden believes in the power of the law and justice. Big shot. That's right. Anything he ordered, I would deliver to him. Steak, ramen, eggs, you name it. An underground dealership. I was the one who won over Frankie. It was simple. I just offered him special privileges within the prison. On these underground dealings. Once a week, in the middle of the night, Frankie would shut off 2 of the breakers. So I could move in from my office to the courtyard without being seen by a security camera. I would go past the fence and drop the goods down the well near the prison. What is that? Is that a parfait? No, it's perfume. It's got a little fox on it. What? And I sprinkle this perfume over it. So that's the true identity of the sweet scent. Huh. Don't mind me just wondering if something still works. The scent of perfume was a signal for Dogan's dog. After picking up the scent, it would carry the goods to Dogan. Of course, this had to be done while Elbert was away from his sale.
I'm surprised he never found out about it, pal.
We have a strict timetable here at the prison. Meal time, exercise time, Twitch.tv time every day. We put on that ManokAdobo Twitch.tv. He's a pretty good streamer. I hear he plays Ace Attorney games. Y'all should check him out, give him a follow. Mealtime, exercise time. It's easy to know when he's away from his cell. It's fox pheromones. Don't people use like fox pee like literally sold in like frozen discs in order to repel pests. Because like animals that like to eat crops are repelled by smelling the scent of predators like foxes. So that's how you buy it. In order for it to not smell, they sell it frozen so that it doesn't like evaporate into the air. And then you have to melt it onto whatever you want to just smell. But some people use it as pranks to like just like slide it under people's doors. I should not give people ideas, but it happens. Don't do that. Oh, but also people use it to like stop people from chopping down evergreen trees to take as Christmas trees. Because if they're actually protected, if people take the trees, turns out they've been fox peed. So yeah, that's why you don't take trees from the forest unless there's like specific permission. And since little Rocky is afraid of Dogen's dog, I didn't have to worry about him making noise.
So, having full knowledge of the prison's inner workings, she made the deliveries herself. This would have ensured that there were no slip-ups.
Frankie would turn the breakers back on in the early morning, and the delivery was complete. I'll then modify the timestamp on the security camera. You have told us a great deal. The goddess of law accept your penitent confession. As the warden of the prison, how could I have done such a foolish thing? Today, Nightly was killed was also delivery day. It seems Frankie was working the breakers as usual. But that day I had nothing to send, so I did not go to the courtyard at all.
The secret of the supply system. So then Warden Roland was...
So she had an alibi. But wait, if I can still prove that there was something to deliver, maybe I can still pin it on her. But what? The chisel, I don't know, maybe not the chisel.
This bell, it's the same as the one that's attached to Anubis's collar.
Yes, it's the Assassin Dogen's trademark.
An assassin with a trademark? What an odd combination.
Don't you think it's similar to the great thief Yatagarasu?
Mr. Edgeworth, you don't understand anything. A great thief has to stand out.
Why would a thief want to stand out?
That doesn't help. I'll come up with something.
The police have been searching for Dogen's henchmen for ages. I've also been helping them, but I've been interrogating him personally in my office, but no matter how much evidence we have on him, we can't get a single word out of him. That's the story. I was wondering when this would get brought up again. It's not interrogation. It's a deal. So the reason you kept on interrogating him? Yes, it was to find his henchmen. I borrowed all the evidence from the police and carried out the interrogation myself. I kept an eye on all his actions and examined all of his mail.
Mail? Like his correspondence chess letters.
But I could never uncover the true identity of his henchman. This fear, it's something you can never understand.
You think the snoot on the fox is precious? The fox is a precious lad. It is so sad that he works for a murderer. Oh, actually, maybe not. Damn it! I thought we were this close, but now what? If Patricia actually... It could still be her, or she could be right. It's just coincidentally a day that everything turned off and maybe she didn't do it. We don't have anything that specifically pins it on her unless it's the perfume. Maybe? Not exactly. We know what happened, but once again we're out on the actual murderer. Prosecutor Edgeworth, you were listening, right? I'd say this confession clears the warden of all suspicion. Is it really necessary to press her further than this?
Is it necessary to press her further?
What do you think in an Ace Attorney game? Judge Courtney, my questioning isn't over yet. Not yet, Snake. Take notes, chat. I'm sure that the goddess of law isn't satisfied yet either. You mean to badger this woman further?
I mean to badger, mushroom. Even if she was threatened by a Dogan, this does not prove she was not the culprit in this case. She was able to use the supply route to transport Knightley's body. Do you have any evidence to support this? The body gave us a sweet scent. The scent of perfume that was used to signify delivery. Can you explain this fact? Oh, of course. Since I have made so many deliveries, the scent would have lingered around the whale. Since the body was moved through the whale, the scent would have transferred to it. She's right, though. And I had thought the scent came from the apples. Like maybe one was slightly rotten and the juice was leaking, and I don't know. Mr. Elbert also testified to this fact.
That's it. For some reason, that whale gave off a nice scent.
A nice scent?
I don't know what it was, but it smells sweet like candy.
The lingering scent in the well would, of course, be picked up by anything passing through. Or I'm thinking the body was suspended at the time he passed through. He just never looked up. No, Edgeworth, no. The defense rests, I see. No, I don't. I never rest. I never get sleep. In that case, court is adjourned.
Mr. Edgeworth, isn't there anything we can do?
What should I do? Is this as far as I can go?
Is it over already?
Yes, Sebastian, it is. And now, court is officially adjourned. No.
Hold it!
Who's holding it? Is it Gumshoe? It's got to be Gumshoe, right? Maybe? Who was that? Yeah, who was that? So I can know what voice to use. Origination, heyo. Was it you? Did you say hold it? It's okay, you can say if it was. ManokAdobo. Oh, that's me. Oh, it's Ray. Oh, somebody needs to make a meme like... what's that meme where, like, someone's about to be struck from behind or something? It's like the streamer playing a text-based voice acting game, and they're about to be struck by, question mark, labeled dialogue box. Like, what voice do I give? I just have to guess. Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes I'm more right than I actually expect to be, but that, Ray, what's up, man? What do you got? It's not nice of you to adjourn things like that, Courtney Pie. Mr. Shields? Are you objecting to the court adjourning? Of course not. I ain't got no objection or anything like that. If I objected, I'd say something like, objection. Just normal man voice, dude, man. Like, yeah, no, dude. Tazara Terumi, thank you for the raid. How's it going? Where are you playing? Can we get a shout out for Tazara? How's it going? You've been doing well, I hope. Making some good art in the meantime. Maybe. One more part with the chair. Maybe that meme. A lot of meme formats overlap. Yeah. Oop, thanks for getting it, Ori and Pika. Doing some art, huh? Art fight. What is art fight? I've seen people do it because I follow artists on Twitter. I just never understand all these terms they use. What is art fight? Is it anything like an art trade? Anyway, we're in Ace Attorney Investigations. We're trying to find the culprit in this murder mystery, but it keeps layering, and I'm just not sure anymore who the killer is. I know what happened, I just don't know who did it. Go ahead and adjourn court. Do whatever you like.
Hey, what are you doing, Mr. Shields?
Whoa there, calm down, Kay. Who wants some chocolate? Ooh, I do. Are those Tootsie Rolls? Y'all like Tootsie Rolls? I like Tootsie Rolls, especially the ones flavored like fruit. Is this a joke? You'll have to excuse me. I just have one tiny request to make. As Simon Keyes' attorney. That's right. You're the defense attorney in charge of this case, aren't you? It was Colonel Mustard in the kitchen with the candlestick. Exactly! Do you all forget? That's so mean!
But you just left everything to Mr. Edgeworth and didn't do anything at all.
Kay, don't say that part out loud. Yeah, that's right. No, no, Shield, you don't say that out loud. That's why I thought I'd do my job a bit. Yo, he's getting serious mode activated. Let's go, Shieldsy boy. Defend me. Defend me, Shields. Do your job? That hardly sounds like you at all. Ooh, cold. Damn, Justine, you didn't have to destroy him like that. It's to prepare for the trial. I'd like to ask the warden a few questions. Surely you jest. What more would you expect to hear from her? Well, Miss Warden, I'd like to hear your thoughts on the culprit. My thoughts? Uncle Ray believes that Simon is not the culprit. It seems that Miss Warden is also suspects someone other than Simon. I'd like to hear you out. Why did the music just stop for a moment?
Mr. Edgeworth, what's Mr. Shields up to?
He's trying to lure Warden Roland into testifying. I thought he was just trying to buy time. Alright, we got an explanation for what art fight is. Tazara says, you draw for folks and earn points for your team. Oh, it's a team thing? Dang. Origination, you want to do an art fight? I'm down. I need to actually find time to do art, but maybe it'll be when I can do more art streams. I don't know. That sounds cool. Chibi wants chocolate. Here, you can have some. Oh man, I used to have this redemption to have me eat Kit Kat, but it was one of those boxes of Japanese Kit Kats with all the variety of flavors. So there were flavors like sake flavor and taro flavor, lots of varieties of tea, like at least 3 different teas. It was really nice. Oh, my favorites were these ones with like pink chocolate. It was this different like recipe for chocolate. It was almost like flowery in scent. It wasn't strawberry flavor, but it had like nuts and fruit on top. It was, oh, so good. I just remember that. The fruit Tootsie Rolls have passion fruit flavor. Ooh. Have I tried that? Probably. I just eat them. I don't know what flavor they are. I just don't look at the color. Finish Ocarina, do art. Ooh. Why was the supply route used to transport the body? I'd say it was to pin the crime on Dogen.
Ah, I see.
If he committed a murder here, he would be transferred to another prison. One with tighter security.
And now we get rid of the troublemaker.
Exactly. She wouldn't pass up a chance like that.
Hey, hold on a sec. A culprit besides Simon? What do you mean? Simon was the one I was supposed to prosecute.
Exactly. So wouldn't it be better if the best also listened to what she has to say?
Amazing, Mr. Shields. You managed to drag Mr. DeBest into this too.
Let's go. Kay's phrasing is on point. I cannot have said it better. Literally just forcing everyone to comply. Warden Roland, is this acceptable? What was that look for?
Oh, you! It's fine! It's fine! You understand a woman's heart.
Thank you, mademoiselle. Ray's all scared she's gonna run up and kiss him again, except with like poison lipstick or something. Actually, I've thought this over. I'd like to tell you my thoughts. Ruby chocolate? Yeah, that's the Kit Kat that I was talking about. Ruby chocolate. It's an actual thing, like, besides Kit Kats. I should look into it, see if anybody sells it. There used to be a chocolate tier shop next to where I live, but it kind of went out of business, sadly. They had so much unique stuff. You'll let me speak, won't you, Justine, darling? Of course, you may speak.
Mr. Shield, awesome!
Phew. That was a close shave.
Thank you, Mr. Shields.
No, I'm still leaving the rest to you. Remember what I said? A defense attorney never gives up. The fate of our client rests on our shoulders, after all. That's why I'm giving up the fate of our client to you, Edgeworth. It'd be uncool if Uncle Ray didn't put that into practice. Now then, Miles, it's your turn to show that you'll never give up.
Right. Well then, will you listen to my story? Cue to Xanarkin. Listen to my story. My story. Dragon Quest, your story? I believe that the culprit in this case can only only have been Dogan. I had no idea what transpired between Dogan and the victim. It simply could have been that Dogan was displeased with him. In any case, he was the one who stabbed the victim to death. He probably had a dog dispose of the body. This is the truth of the case. Had the dog tied the body to the rope? The victim, Mr. Knightley, was it? I think it is a truly terrible thing. Taking a man's life, you mean? That's how you go about saying it, isn't it? If only I'd have been more vigilant, his death would not have happened. That is why I want to clear up his regrets. Warden Rowland, how considerate. I'm sure Mr. Knightley in heaven is overflowing with gratitude. I'm not sure if that guy went to heaven. He kind of killed a man. Mama! Is gratitude really what Knightley feels? Or is he too busy burning in hell? Hoo-hoo! My stove. Press now. By the way, I stopped using my controller for my DS. I'm using my mouse right now because I don't need to do any walking. You can actually control the whole game without using buttons. Because when you get to the map screen, you can actually drag on a little virtual D-pad and walk around that way. It's not very convenient, but it works. You seem very confident of that. How can you be so sure? Cranberry Kit Kat. Yeah, it had like dried cranberries on top, ruby chocolate. Delicious. I gotta see. Does anybody know where to buy ruby chocolate? Just random question for the chat. Just like buy it online and deliver it. No, actually, let me ask this. Is there a place on the internet where you can buy like high quality chocolate, but in bulk so it's cheaper? Because obviously if you look on like Amazon, they're gonna, anything food is gonna be overpriced. That's just how Amazon.com is. But there's probably like directly from chocolate companies or something. You know, Blade Mancer, what's up? Question for you, question for the chat. Where do you buy chocolate online? I know it's a random question, but trust me, it makes sense. The children of this home are all good little boys and girls. Believe in yourself, believe in your friends, and believe in me and the guards, and believe in the you that believes in me and you. You ever heard that Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann? You should watch it sometime. There is no way any of these hard-working children could have committed a murder. Quite an emotional reason. Makes sense coming from someone like her. What is this sprite? No, don't squeeze the fox! Roland! She's hiding behind the fox. Don't you dare. Only Dogan would be capable of something like that. You don't purchase chocolate online, but why not though? Why not though? Where do you purchase it? At Walmart? Come on. Specifically for fancy chocolate, that's the thing. What if I wanted ruby chocolate? What if I wanted like hazelnut? Knightley was being held in the detention center and Dogan was in the prison. They couldn't make any contact. Don't you think that would have prevented trouble? The prison is quite confined, right? There were many ways for them to meet. Knightley was murdered days before he would have been sentenced to prison. Surely there weren't many ways a meeting could have occurred. See, the funny thing is, I know how they could have met, but I am holding that fact to make her say it, so she admits to it, like Edward does in Ace Attorney, all the time. Even without a direct meeting, Dogan can still cause trouble. Mark my words. It simply could have been that Dogan was displeased with him for beating him at chess, I guess. Dusk, what's up? Welcome. Costco? Yeah, maybe actually. There's some fancy stuff at Costco sometimes, honestly. What was the last thing I got that was really fancy at Costco? There was this set of like creme brulees that came in glass, like actual glass dishes. But you could buy them in bulk in Costco. So it was like a 12-pack of glass dishes with creme brulee. Once you were done with the creme brulee, you just had glasses. That was pretty cool. That's good value, I think. Just drink from them. Nobody would ever know they were for desserts. Okay, thanks, Hammy. I'll check that out later. For chocolate.
What could Knightley have done in the detention center to displease him? That was just an example. You don't have to take it so seriously. Didn't I already say that I have no idea what transpired between them? You read the mail, you would know that they're playing chess. Nevertheless, you certainly are a serious one, Edward, dear.
What's this? That piercing gaze.
Always standing straight and stiff. Very nice. Looking very clever, my dear. I think I'm about to become your biggest fan. You're gonna have to compete with Wendy Oldbag, ma'am. Man, what is with Edgeworth and security guards? He just, you know, he gets all the guards.
Mr. Edgeworth, stay focused! It's just a flesh wound!
'Tis but a scratch.
Right. Is this some form of psychological warfare?
I like it. I like it. Even without Oldbag being here. I wonder if she's in this one too. Honestly, I think I had enough of her in Investigations 1. They need to make more callbacks. And they have. They have Frank Solid. Like, heck yeah. Blade says I could look into restaurant suppliers for chocolate. Probably, actually. Alright, alright. Yeah. Just trying to catch up on chat. Just scanning. Got his guard down. You know they do. I'd like to hear your thoughts about the circumstances surrounding the murder. Well, I suppose it was a simple job. During his booking, I learned that the victim had some kind of injury to his neck. He couldn't turn his neck to the right. I remember him saying something like that.
Booking? That's the process one undergoes before being locked up in the detention center.
It sounds like you don't really know a lot about Knightley. I only know little. In any case, he would have been an easy target for Dogan. Perhaps he used a chisel hidden in the chessboard. The victim wouldn't even have a chance to scream. I see. Your opinion will be a very valuable reference. Would you add those last statements to your testimony? Oh, you're making me blush. You're so C-U-T-E. You trying to seduce him now? I'm sorry, man. That's not going to work. Edward, let's just say smells like ashtrays. That's how we're gonna metaphorize it. I'm just kidding. I'll continue. You're actually very ugly. Imagine. Oof. If Miku supplied chocolate, you'd be eating a lot of it. I mean, that's what I did in elementary school. Y'all had those fundraisers back in elementary school where you'd like have to go around showing catalogs to people and having them order chocolate. You know what would happen? I would just order chocolate myself. And then my parents would like show the catalogs to my uncles and aunts and cousins and have them order the chocolate. But for the most part, like, it never left the family. We just eat the chocolate ourselves. Yeah. In any case, he was the one who stabbed the victim to death. I'd like to hear your thoughts around the circumstances surrounding the murder. Wait, I read this already. That was weird. I'm sure it would have been a simple job. Oh, there are all statements added. Those crispy rice bars, crispy wife? Crisp rice bars. Oh, the world's finest ones, right? Well, those were my favorites. Everyone had world's finest. It's like everywhere. And they were the finest. Can I just buy those online? You certainly seem to hold strong feelings towards Zogan. That's just natural. Remember my interrogations? Man, no matter how much evidence we find, he's still as slippery as a snake. You've a lot of guts. That smug look he has on his face when he returns to his cell. Oh! Just thinking about it makes my stomach churn.
I can sort of understand how you feel.
Seen my fair share of smug faces in the courtroom. Probably had the dog dispose of the body. Your school eventually transitioned to tubs of cookie dough? Really? Oh, you know what probably happens in this modern day and age? Kids probably like
put the chocolate up for sale on Facebook Marketplace or eBay or something. Like, yeah, Facebook Marketplace. Here, the world's finest chocolate. Just come to the playground at school and buy it. Buy it off of me. And, you know, it takes place in a public location, so hopefully it's safe. But it's probably really dangerous. I hope that doesn't happen, but it wouldn't surprise me. Jeez. You mean to say the dog threw the body in the well? That what the dog's doing? You saying the dog doing that? Dogan has more than... I messed up the accents. Dogan has more than one dog, not just the black one, you know. Didn't I tell you? He has henchmen outside these walls as well. You mean his henchmen outside of the prison aided him in this crime? Of course not. They would have been caught by the security gates. Well, think about it. Wasn't he the supplier? It's not hard to think he had dogs within the prison, too. Oh? Well then, why don't you tell me the names of those so-called dogs? Are you one of them? If I knew that, I wouldn't have gone through so much trouble. In any case, it's still a possibility. Please try to consider it. She's dodging the question. Can't I pursue this line of thought any further? Warden Rowland's testimony is covered in lies. If I pick them apart one by one, her true colors will surely be revealed. Ooh, there's a lot. There's a lot to present here. I could say they knew each other from the correspondence chess. Crispy waifu, so Biss chicken. Now hold on a minute. I plead the fifth. Probably not this. This is a very vague statement. Not dispose of the body. I want to say that's kind of hard to do. That requires someone with, I don't know, fingers to tie a knot. I'm gonna say... I don't know. Earlier, I was surprised that she, like, mentioned, oh, the chisel hidden in the chessboard. I'm like, where did you hear about that? But I remember she was present when we figured it out the other day, I think. Knightley hid a chisel inside it in order to get it past security. Maybe. He was the one who stabbed the victim. Dogan was displeased. So what? You're saying Dogan... But then Dogan would have had to move to the cell. That's still... Like, the body wasn't there. That's the problem. Oh, neat. The fox is alive. I love seeing people in chat just casually notice that the fox is actually alive. It keeps happening, and I love it. You just gotta look for these details. I'm gonna check if it's tying the body with fingers. This is still a leap. No, that's not it. Warden Rowland, would you have a look at this piece of evidence? It's very nice, isn't it? What's this, Mr. Edgeworth? You want my attention that badly? No, I didn't mean... I'll give you as many hugs as you like. Run, Miles! Run! Ah! Okay. It seems that I'm in danger. I should withdraw for now. Run, Edgeworth, run! Oop. A dog. Simple job. These statements were added, but they don't make sense. Don't tell me this breaks the rules of Ace Attorney, like things that got added aren't actually necessarily important. Are they? Chisel get past security. I do find it a little odd that the chisel got mentioned. If he had to use a chisel hidden in a chessboard, why wouldn't he just use the chisel? Like, he already had chisels. Why would he need to use the ones that are like another one? He could have just used the ones from his cell. He could just say it went missing, right? Oh, and Knightley. Wait, Knightley's the one who hid it. Why would Dogan? Oh, wait a minute. Dogan, why would Dogan have used it if Knightley's the one who hit it? This doesn't add up. You're getting the facts all messed up. Warden Roland, you certainly are sharp-witted. If only your tongue was half as sharp. Hey, enough with the titles. Call me Patty. P-A-T-T-Y. Edward's getting flustered. His weakness, women in uniform. However, there's something you two were a little too knowledgeable about. Embarrassed? You're such an inexperienced child, Edgeworth, dear. Ah! Fight on, Mr. Edgeworth! You said you didn't really know much about Knightley. If that's the case, how did you know about the chisel inside the chessboard? Wait, was she not present when we found it out? Frat. Wait, did I get that by misinterpreting the evidence? Oh, I think I misinterpreted who the he was in that sentence. I thought she was talking about Dogan. Oh, well, I got it right. We take those. We take those. Oh, of course, the entrance check. I was right in the first place. How should she know about that? Enough with the poor excuses. The entrance check? The chessboard wasn't something Knightley brought with him. It was brought to him later by Mr. Keyes. He didn't even have it when he arrived here. That's my mistake. I meant the parcel check. No such thing. Even if you assume that, there are still many suspicious points. Why wasn't such a chisel immediately confiscated? Yeah! Oh, look at that. The first standing on end, I like it. Judge Courtney, did you tell anyone about the trick to this chessboard? I did not. Yeah, I totally recognized that immediately. I convinced myself that it wasn't a problem. This is what happens when you play this game only twice a week. If no information about our investigation was leaked, then how did you find out? You could not have examined this during the entrance check or parcel check. Certainly, someone in this warden's position would not have let a chisel slip by. Exactly. So answer this, Warden Roland. When and how did you learn about the chessboard secret? In that case, I shall answer for you. It is because... Hold it! I give up, Edgeworth, dear. It is as you say. I interrogated Knightley, but that's how I learned about the chessboard. Shut up. Stop lying. Why the heck you lying? But please believe me, I didn't kill anyone. Enough. It would appear that we have uncovered some vital information. Don't tell me there's another investigation. I thought we were done. I'll ask you to testify once more, if that's all right with you, Prosecutor Edgeworth. No objections here. Thank you, Edgeworth, dear. I'll do my best. Kissy, kissy. Well then, Warden Roland, I trust there would be no lies from here on out. The pool of lies is slowly running dry. Soon I will bring out her true nature. We're in the endgame now. Ace Attorney, so great at gaslighting you that you think the information is just widely known. That's one of the things you have to recognize specifically in these Ace Attorney games. Sometimes it's about like, oh, this contradicts the evidence, or oh, your information is new that I don't know about. But I always forget about when the witness knows information that I do know about, but they shouldn't. That's key. I wouldn't go so far as to call it an interrogation. I always make sure to talk to all new rivals. Mr. Knightley, yeah, we had a little chat. After our talk, he went right back to his cell, I assure you. She's piling lies on top of lies, not realizing that it only tightens the noose around her neck.
Can we use a different metaphor, Edgeworth, please?
You speak with the new prisoners, you say?
That's right. I'm glad you understand. That kind of freaked me out because I thought Patty was standing to her right.
Your testimony is not solid evidence. It requires more than just understanding. Oi. Well then, Prosecutor Edgeworth, you may begin your cross-examination. Dun, dun, dun.
Part 2. Not an interrogation, huh? Don't call it a comeback, because it ain't a comeback.
You're certain you interrogated him the day before the show?
Yes, around 3 a.m. on the 27th. That is very early, man. Did you wake him up?
3 at night? That matches the time of death on Knightley's autopsy report.
Yes, I totally remember that. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha.
3 to 6. Very early, very early. You summoned him that late at night and he wasn't asleep?
Well, a guard was attacked in Knightley's cell, remember? After that incident, we checked his cell and inquired about the circumstances. I'm sure all that excitement made it hard to sleep. Knightley was wide awake, you know.
So even though it was highly irregular, you still carried out this late-night interrogation?
So again, if she really did interrogate, she would know about being attacked, but how would she know to check the cell? Wouldn't she be sleeping? I guess she's on patrol. Patrolling?
Edward, dear, you're so mean.
It may have been irregular, but the truth is I had him moved. You can call it what you like, but it still doesn't change the facts.
Please excuse him. I'll give my incompetent apprentice a good scolding later. But for now, mademoiselle, what did you mean when you said you had him moved?
I thought it was obvious, Monsieur. I spoke to him in my office. They're speaking fake French to each other, and I don't like it.
Her office? The route she used to move Knightley's body. Please add that statement to your testimony.
Oh, of course. So you did use that route then? 3 a.m. the day before the show, the victim was brought to my office.
Aren't judges not supposed to not also be the lawyer? Are judges supposed to not be the lawyer?
Well, we're not even in court right now, so what even is the rules? Like, we're just investigating. These are the Ace Attorney investigations, and I am a prosecutor on the path to justice. 2. Got him. Haha.
And where's your office located exactly?
You know that sign in the detention center hallway? You mean the one that says no entry? Yes, it's just a short walk up that aisle, about 5 minutes from the cell block.
I've heard that room exits into the courtyard.
Of course, that side of the courtyard is my private garden. Oh, I get it. You're gonna say I used that route to move the body.
Indeed, you must have been able to use it. If you used that route...
I'm a defense attorney's apprentice. Yeah, but defense attorney's assistant apprentice path doesn't fit in the title.
For now, that is merely a possibility. There is no decisive evidence to support it. Objection! But there is no other way the body could have been moved. Surely you haven't forgotten my theory that Simon Keyes dropped the body in the well.
That's right! That's right! What she said! Yeah!
Yeah, what they said.
Hammy, the story right now is that Edgeworth has been taken off the case as a prosecutor, so he's not acting as a prosecutor right now. Right now, he is officially an assistant to the defense attorney who is actually on this case. So, yeah, that's our path right now.
Pursuing this point further would be hazardous
to my health and liability of being kissed. Dr. Other New Arizals.
What did you talk about?
What indeed? It was just trifling conversation. What kind of animals he liked, what his hobbies were, that sort of thing.
Hobbies? I assume he mentioned chess?
Oh, yes. You know, it's like it's his entire personality.
That's all Knightley would ever talk about. Now that I think about it, the notes he had in his room, it probably had something to do with chess too. So Warden Roland saw Knightley's note. That's important. We had a little chat. And what was Knightley like during the investigation? Are you trying to imitate me, Mr. Edgeworth? They say imitation's the sincerest form of flattery. Ugh. I assure you it's not. He was very honest. Mr. Knightley was...
Honest, pal?
How do you stutter the H in honest?
He was honest?
He also talked about a croissant and some kind of promo. I thought I almost said something else. Oh my god. Croissant? Roa? No, en passant and chess piece promotions. Looks like he was his usual chess-loving self. Yeah, he was talking about Roa in the chat. Croissant. One of the best pastries I ever did see, I'll tell you what. Went back to his cell, huh? You realize the best school badge looks like a bikini top? No, hold on now. You telling me that he uses a two-piece to go to the beach? Again, he's just trying to imitate the smartest person in the room. So, like, the one time they went to the beach, Justine Courtney was wearing a bikini, and then the best was like, I'll wear a bikini too! It's what smart people wear! If he really returned to his cell, there's no way he would be a corpse now. En passant. I think I've done that once. You know, it's too hazardous to my health to do ever again. I know you're suggesting that I killed him during the interrogation, but I couldn't possibly have had a motive to kill Knightley, could I? Dogan was the only one I hated, and he had no connection with the victim. I can prove that. She only hated Dogan. Please add that statement to your testimony. Add everything. Just say everything. Let me present evidence. Dogan was the one I hated. No connection with the victim. The only one you hated was Dogan? Am I correct? Yes, threatening me and doing whatever he wants in this prison. That man, I will never forgive him. I will do whatever it takes to corner him and his little black dog too. They aren't fit to live in my home. She's brimming with hostility, even towards Dogan's dog. How dare you? That dog is a... well, all dogs go to heaven. No bad dogs, only bad owners, right? At first glance, it would seem that she has no motive for killing Knightley. However, her hostility extends to anyone connected to Dogan. If I consider that, the answer will naturally follow.
She chats with the criminals. The warden sure is easygoing, sir.
Easygoing? She's killed one of the criminals, you know.
Since the guy was handcuffed, it would have been a pretty one-sided affair.
Warden Roland has to be the killer. I have faith in my reasoning so far. That's another interesting contrast to the Ace Attorney games. I feel like usually in Phoenix Wright, when you finish a testimony, it's usually like the defense's assistant that says something, and then Phoenix's thoughts build on that to finally get to the truth. It's like, Phoenix, isn't that witness acting strange? And Phoenix is right, you know what? That statement about the so-and-so was pretty suspicious. Here it's like Edgeworth already is on the right path, and then other people are commenting on the thoughts he's having to himself? Something like that. They're just kind of commenting. Alright, okay, no connection you say. Well, I got something here that says he may have been playing a little chessy chess. Ho ho! Tisk tisk. Judge Courtney, I'd like you to have a look at this correspondence chess. It looks like a record of a chess game. Is there something wrong with it? This was discovered in the victim's cell. It was Knightley's memo. Warden Roland, you also discovered this note in the very same place. And not just in Knightley's cell, but in Dogan's too, correct? I hope both pieces of evidence worked in that situation. What are you?
Don't say that you don't know about the chessboard in the special cell.
You had to have allowed it.
Oh, look at that. We got a good look at her spiky form.
Patricia the Hedgehog, Frontiers. En passant. Oh, isn't that when a pawn can capture diagonally? Because there's somebody blocking them and another piece on the diagonal? Oh yeah, I think that is an en passant. Did I know there's a Native American tribe in the Pacific Northwest that has a breed of dog they raise for wool? What? Like a literal sheep dog, but not a sheep dog? Oh, is it some kind of poodle? They're kind of woolly.
After all, you would have kept an eye on Dogen's actions down to the smallest details.
Her feathers have been ruffled.
No, to be more precise, it wasn't Dogen that you needed to keep an eye on.
The warden was searching for Mr. Dogen's henchman.
From the start, I found it strange that the warden interrogated the prisoners personally, since he used his henchmen to threaten and harm to her family. Warden Roland interrogated Dogen to expose them.
So what are you saying?
As you inspected Dogen's mail, you must have known that he played correspondence chess. And then Knightley appeared with a chess memo in hand. We deduced that he and Dogen were connected. You must have arrived at the same conclusion as well. However, you went one step too far in your reasoning. Wait, pawns normally capture diagonally. Alright, well, it's something to do with them being blocked at the same time as capturing. You thought Knightley was one of the Dogen's henchmen who had come to kill you. So that's why you interrogated Knightley, boy. If the boss won't crack, go after his henchmen. In addition, you discovered something when you were interrogating him. Inside his chessboard, you found a portable chisel. Man, look at Edward's like personal cheerleading squad over here. Everyone's just like agreeing with him and cheering him on. Nobody else needs to be here, but they're here to keep inflating Edward's ego so that he can be all tough and puffed up. The murder weapon! To Warden Roland, the chisel was a symbol of Dogen, and that was the final straw. You believed Lightning was one of Dogen's henchmen, and you killed him. Okay, that's a bit of a leap, but she hates him that much, maybe. It seems there would be no rebuttal. Judge Courtney, your verdict. I'm literally just saying, yep, okay, no objections. All right, Judge, you got it. Though it is incredibly unfortunate, there seems to be no room for doubt. We haven't seen the breakdown animation yet. Hold on. I shall announce my verdict for the murder of Horace Knightley. Hold it! Twice my sacred verdict has been interrupted. Who was that? Warden Roland? Oh, how strange. You guys really don't understand anything. It would seem the one who doesn't understand is you. Ooh. I feel sorry for that fox. What happens in her breakdown, I bet? Does she just like squeeze it until it pops? No, it's not, it's a balloon. It's gonna bite her on the nose and then run away. That's what's gonna happen. I bet.
Me? I understand one thing very well.
There's a huge contradiction in your logic, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, look at she go. Zoom. Once she's cornered, she starts spouting nonsense. Pay it no heed, Judge Courtney. Your verdict?
Overruled.
Damn it! Now I really feel like Edgeworth. I'm interested in hearing what the warden has to say. What? Oh, the theme just has a specific, like, anyway version. The trumpets come in like, I thought so. I just have one thing I want to say. One. Oh, the best is learning. Don't learn from her. She's the worst. Please take a good look at the autopsy report. I updated the outdated autopsy report.
The autopsy report, the one I brought with me. I heard exactly what you said earlier, Justine, darling. You say the wound was 4 inches deep. 4 inches? How long is the chisel? How long is the chisel? We don't know? Don't say 3. Just you could have stabbed it further. 4 inches? No way! Out of context. Phrasing. Could that tiny chisel really have made a wound 4 inches deep? If you just stab really hard? It may be. Whoa, whoa, maybe the coat is made entirely out of foxes? Oh my god, that would be adorable. Anyway. Impossible! How could I have made such an error? Oh, forgive me, goddess of law. No, there's another weapon, and the crocodile ate it. I believe I overturned your hypothesis. Now what'll you do now, Mr. Edgeworth? What will we do?
It'll be all right, pal. Mr. Edgeworth always. Whoa, hey now. He's gone all white. Hey, you're a defense attorney, aren't you? Isn't there something you can do, pal? Do that turnabout thing. Make some earth-shattering objection. Come on, I've seen Phoenix do it 1,000 times. Uncle Ray's a hard worker, but without decisive evidence, we're just whipping a dead horse here.
Does that mean it's hopeless? It must have been a different Blade. Blade Vancer, did you commit the murder? It's okay, you can admit if you did, as long as it's not Simon Keyes. The true killer is Warden Roland. If it is not her, then nothing that's happened fits. But the chisel isn't the murder weapon. Are there any other sharp objects here? Yeah, there has to be one more! Check the gator! Check the gator! There are still many mysteries remaining in this case. However, we do not have the evidence to solve them at this present time. We have no choice but to continue this battle in the courtroom. No! Objection. Objection. That would just give the killer a chance to destroy evidence. Are you mocking the court? No, I didn't mean anything like that. You just look perplexed, Miles. Not of anything yet? The chisel is not the murder weapon. In that case, what is? It's no use! We're back where we started! No objections, Prosecutor Edgeworth. By the way, any baseless statements will be punished accordingly. Okay, I have a statement and it's not baseless. There's evidence behind it. Gumshoe. Gumshoe. This will stake on you. If this is wrong, you lose your police badge. What? It's no good. I can't think of anything. I need more time. I regret to say, I have no...
Hold it!
Hold it! No! Mr. Edgeworth, remember what Mr. Shields said. If we give up, Simon will... Have you forgotten that sad look on his face?
He was covering it, I couldn't see.
He was the one who suffered most from Knightley's death. If we can't save him, who will? Besides, Simon believes in us, so we can't give up.
Okay. Miles, looks like you found a good partner. It's like little Kay says. Whenever you're backed into a corner, think of your client. Keep fighting until the very end. Isn't that the feeling you're getting? Gregory, your old man, no matter what trouble he faced, he would always turn things around and save his client. You got his blood in you, right? In that case, you're the only one who can turn this around.
Judge Courtney, look in your eyes has suddenly changed. If you do intend to speak, you'd better be prepared to face the consequences. Your logic thus far has been misplaced numerous times. Never. If this were to happen again, I will consider yourself unfit to call yourself a prosecutor, and you will hand over your badge. That's right. My reasoning about this case has indeed been misplaced numerous times. Have I made a grave miscalculation? Wait, my logic is misplaced? Still silent. I cannot condone this waste of time. They did check the entire prison and didn't find the murder weapon. I am willing to say, maybe the murder weapon itself is misplaced. Yo, Eli Galaxy, what's up? Welcome on in. How's it going? Forgot? Nah, no problem. That's what the VOD is for. I think we're right on the cusp of the truth here, so, you know, you'll be at least able to catch the beginning of the next trial. Well then,
Mr. Edgeworth!
Mr. Edgeworth! Cheerleading squad, go! Edgeworth, Redworth, rah, rah, rah! Kick him in the keister, kick him in the balls. What? I will announce my verdict. That's it! I have to Gyakuten my logic around. My logic isn't misplaced. It's been misled. This court finds the defendant, Simon Keys. I'm laughing because her verdict has been interrupted for the third time, and she's not going to be very happy about it. Isn't it a little early to hand down a verdict? We need the face? Alright, you know what? I'll get the face. Give me a second. I need to re-download it. Hide the pain. 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 Da 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 da. Hide the pain, Edgeworth. Ready? Here it is, baby. I know exactly what happened here. I actually think it's rather late. Don't you agree, Justine, darling? Enlighten us. Try to remember. The eyewitness account about his dog and his absence from the animal show. When I first heard that information, my suspicion immediately fell on Dogan. I'm amazed you take such pride in retelling your previous failings. But was that not the killer's aim? What if it's assumed that was their intention from the start? Of course! The chisel served the same purpose. Get interrupted, son. Ha! Knightley's body was stabbed in the same spot with multiple sharp objects. This shows that he was stabbed with the chisel after the real murder weapon was removed. By soaking the chisel in Knightley's blood, the killer wanted to mislead us into thinking the chisel was the murder weapon. Ah! Why? That's because... Why did the killer want us to think the chisel was the murder weapon? To get the murder weapon... Oh, no way. To get Dogan expelled! Why would we want to get... Why? Okay, that second option? Why would the killer of Knightley want to get Knightley expelled when he'd be dead because they just killed him? That don't make no sense. Patricia Rowland, she has everything to gain from Dogan actually leaving. Then she wouldn't have to be under the threat of his henchmen all the time. Warden Rowland, you made use of this chisel's image. Chisel's image? What are you trying to say? Mr. the Best, when you see this chisel, what does it suggest to you? Why am I asking the Best? Something like, Dogan is the killer, right? Now do you understand? That was the warden's aim.
Wow, the best. You said something logical for once. You're learning. Aha! She wanted us to suspect the person with the chisels.
Indeed, and that was her plan from the very beginning. Question is, where'd she get that other bell? Apparently there's only 2 in the world. To make Sir Dogan out to be the killer. Dun dun dun! Right, HQ, what's up? Welcome. We're about to uncover the mystery. I understand your logic. It is true the warden did not think kindly of Dogan, but you understand, don't you? This alone does not prove she's the killer.
Why not?
As I thought, it's not enough. The remaining chance is for me to find the real murder weapon.
Yo, Gummy, break out that secret weapon. We're gonna need it. The best is the best dumbass to prove our point. If even the best agrees with us, it has to be true. Your little dumbus is gaining brain cells. They're growing. That little petri dish that is his empty skull. How you doing, Rich Q, by the way? How is everybody doing today? You hanging in there? It is hot in my room. I'll just say, I haven't, you know what? I haven't drank water this whole stream. Let me just... I need a second. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second. You know, that's one downside of me playing this game live on Twitch instead of pre-recording it for a YouTube. The fact that I don't really get to take a break. I can and I should, but I don't. Thanks for the hydrate. Hydration, hydration. You know what, Azura, that's a good idea. I should make it a redemption to just stick the smug face on me. Yes. Maybe just the smile. Like, just the smile, and it's like...
Hi, how you doing, guys? I'm Prosecutor Edgeworth. Oh, I talk like this. I have a smug face and I eat sandwiches.
Why does Edgeworth eat sandwiches? I don't know where I got that. Where did I get that from? Has Edgeworth eaten a single thing in the entirety of the Ace Attorney series? And, man, I think I just set myself up for a dirty joke. Never mind. You know what? Forget it. Forget I asked! Forget I asked! Never mind! Anyway...
If you have no more evidence, I believe this conversation is over.
Oh, I'm about to get it.
I could prove it if I found the real murder weapon.
Objection! It doesn't matter what you say! We did a clean sweep of this place!
It is as Sebastian says. In the end, we could not find any weapons. In other words, such proof is impossible. No! The real murder weapon must still be somewhere in the prison. As long as this exists.
The security gate!
You remember its name after all. It only took him the entire case.
Are you mocking me? It's because of those things that you can't take metal objects that are out of this place. Oh. His neurons. I could see the synaptic nerves firing. It's amazing.
Right. As long as those security gates exist, the murder weapon should still be here. That also means no weapon could have been brought into the prison. In the end, we're back to that same mystery after all. Judge Courtney, Prosecutor Edgeworth, surely you realized if the real murder weapon is still in the prison, one must also consider how it got there in the first place. The chisel was concealed within the chessboard, but the chisel is not the real murder weapon. Which means the real murder weapon must have been smuggled in somehow. The way it was smuggled in, can you prove that? How Warden Roland brought the weapon into the prison.
She's the warden. She can literally just turn off the gates. Like, yeah. Does that matter?
You want evidence transfer from the precinct? Yes, we borrowed all the evidence concerning Dogen. I've been interrogating him personally in my office, but... The best now has half a brain cell. He might have a whole brain cell by the end of this case. Luckily for him, if he has a whole brain cell by the end of the game. We're rooting for him. It'll happen. That's it! She could have used that! This shows another way a weapon could be brought into the prison. Evidence transfer. Do I have evidence that says that? Wait. The knife has been confiscated. Wait! Oh, the knife that was used was Dogen's knife! Take that! Yesterday, Dogen said this.
Yes, my bells. There are only 2 in the world.
Which means it had to have come by with the knife. Only 2?
They're custom made, attached to my knife and Anubis's color. Even though I can only rely on my ears, I can easily identify them. Alas, one has been confiscated and is not in my possession.
It's possible the murder weapon was brought in as confiscated evidence. Dogen's knife was confiscated and stored on the premises. Furthermore, a bell was attached to the knife. And furthermore, a dog was attached to the bell, was attached to the knife, was attached to the stripe, to the life, to the what? It can't be! The bell on that chisel! Exactly. The killer took it from the knife and reattached it to the chisel.
But the only fingerprints on this chisel are Knightley's.
The killer probably wore gloves when they made the switch. She made the chisel out to be the murder weapon by attaching Dogen's bell. And in doing so, made Dogen appear to be the culprit. Furthermore, the handling of the set of evidence is that this bell originally belonged to was only possible for someone with the proper authority. Yo, let's go.
Whoa, sir! Who had that authority?
Why don't we ask the warden what she thinks? You can find bells anywhere. Anyone could have attached it, right? I see. So you don't know. These bells are Dogen's trademark. There are only 2 in the world.
Ah! What?
And so attaching the bell would naturally make you the killer. Hold it! Do you have evidence that I had the knife? You don't, do you? Of course, I understand. In that case, Mr. DeBest, I'd like to request an investigation immediately.
Eh? But if you find it, it'd be problematic for me.
That doesn't matter now. It's necessary that we reveal the truth. You are a prosecutor, are you not? Edward taking the best under his wing whether he likes it or not. Yo, Edward is giving him the crash course that Phoenix gave to him back in game 1. In the span of like 1 case. I love it.
Well, even if you say that.
Curse this useless prosecutor. If only I still had investigative rights.
Yo, Ray, Shields, get it. Get it.
Besides, we can't investigate without the warden's permission, right?
There's no way she would approve. We have no choice but to investigate ourselves. If you don't have evidence, there's no use in continuing this conversation. Imminently. Imminently. Did I miss an animation? Crap, I was looking at the dialogue. The goddess of law does not smile upon those with no evidence. This will have to be continued in the courtroom. No. Stop it. Just stop.
Not good. If we give the warden more time here, she'll definitely destroy the evidence. It seems like I have no choice but to raise an objection and stall for time. But I don't have anything definite. Is that really acceptable? Is it really like me to do something this reckless?
It's like a certain someone you know.
No, not good. Now is not the time for hesitation.
right now, right here. I'm not a prosecutor, but an attorney's assistant. I need to protect my client.
Channel the Phoenix energy!
I'm the only one who can save him now. In that case, even if it's a 1 in a million chance, I have to take it. It's sink or swim. Should I raise an objection?
Well, of course not. Yes!
It almost feels like I've turned into a certain bluffing defense attorney. But right now, I can't come to a standstill here.
I'm gonna interrupt you for the 4th time before you even start the verdict, okay? Okay? Hold it! Prosecutor Edgeworth, what now? I just realized something. What would that be? Pray tell. Naturally, the whereabouts of the real murder weapon. Dogan's knife. Bluff, 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 bluff.
Mr. Edgeworth, is that really true?
Yes!
Though it is a lie.
I find that hard to believe. This isn't a bluff, is it? Humph! You underestimate me. The word bluff does not exist in my dictionary. I forgot how to bluff. And because you don't know what forget means, you don't know that either.
This is bad for my heart.
Oh. It's going doki doki in his chest. There's no way you could know because such a thing doesn't even exist. Courtney right now with her gavel, her Extendo Gavel 9000. Well then, could you enlighten us? Where is the real murder weapon?
Think. Brain blast! Somewhere the police didn't look. A blind spot in this animal-filled prison. A hiding place the warden would have complete confidence in. Huh? Hiding place? Come to think of it.
It was inevitable, Anubis. Show them your mouth.
Oh, they even used this as a little foreshadow? That's cute. I love that.
The same method? No, it couldn't be. Could it? But there aren't that many ways to hide things from an investigator's eyes.
But what about an alligator's mouth? Prosecutor Edgeworth, how long do you intend to keep us waiting?
It's possible, but I'm taking a big gamble here.
The place where the real murder weapon is hidden is... right there! Here? In the courtyard? Indeed. Courtney's short. She needs to extend her gavel so she can bang on the podium. No. Courtney is a well and proper tall woman. Like Lady Dimitrescu. That's not enough information. Please show us in more detail. Oh yeah, baby. Where's the real murder weapon hidden? Alright, let's slide to the left. Slide to the right. Now raise shields, clap your hands. Turn it up. Oh look, she's even just presented herself to us. Crisscross.
That's it! Back then!
Huh?
What's the matter, detective?
It looks like the metal detector's reacting to this alligator.
Back then, that was like 15 minutes ago.
Really? Why?
It's under your nose.
Of course. That's why the metal detector reacted.
Judge Cody, I'd like you to take a look at this. The chisel?
Wasn't that just the fake murder weapon?
Dogan hid this chisel inside his dog's mouth. And the real murder weapon was hidden in very much the same way. The real murder weapon is in the pond. Inside the alligator, it was Colonel Mustard. It was with the candlestick. In the kitchen. Let's go.
We can confirm that the metal detector reacted to the alligator. Judge Courtney, please have the insides of this alligator examined. I give my consent for the best to reach his hand in there. Specifically, only him. We'll have to call in a veterinarian. Fine, okay, get a professional. Look, the longer we wait, the more chance that the alligator's gonna digest it. Or, like, it's gonna puncture his guts, which is also pretty bad. We have to do it now. The best, get in there. Get in there! Do.
I can make that little girl open her mouth.
I wasn't hurt. I wasn't sure who was saying that, so I was very confused.
Can I help?
Sure, Regina. Yes, go ahead. I don't know. Regina doesn't have the best of luck when it comes to animals with sharp teeth opening their mouths. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna... Gumshoe just instinctively walking towards just in case something bad happens. Warden Roland. Discovering the real murder weapon will settle this matter once and for all. Dapper look I got? Well, thank you, Krista. I've got my Edgeworth wig. I got my Edgeworth tissues. I got my Edgeworth smug face. I'm ready to go. Thank you, thank you. Welcome on in. How you doing? Why don't you do the honorable thing and confess now? Also, random side note, since we were talking about Resident Evil 8 a little bit earlier, I found out that they just released a VR mod for Resident Evil 7 and 8. And yet, there's been a VR mod, but they just released a very, very polished one, like a new one, like May this year. And it, honestly, if I can get it working, this Halloween, absolutely, I'm gonna play Resident Evil 7 using that mod, and then maybe 8 too. Because, oh my god, it's so good! Like, it does everything that the PlayStation version of VR does. Like, properly gives you controls and the ability to manipulate stuff in VR. It's almost as if the game was designed for it, right? Right? It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So anyway, confess your sins! What would I have to confess? In that case, you can just wait for your fate to be sealed.
We found it, sir.
Yo, that is a sharp-ass knife. It's like all blade. Just where you said it would be. That poor alligator. It's over. Patricia Roland, the real murder weapon is none other than Dogan's knife. And the one who murdered Horace Knightley can only be you. Ooh. Dogan was the evil one. I didn't do anything wrong. He was completely reasonable. That guy was one of Dogan's henchmen. Him. If only he had never come to my home. I could at least still be happy. My special paradise. He ruined it. All of it. Him! That no good assassin! Him! Oh my. Dang. She works out. Why was she wearing like a prisoner shirt though? She just likes to play the role? It was made of foxes! Everybody called it! Oh my god! Heck yeah! Breakdown. Alright, chat, you get this one. But the next one, the next breakdown, I'm calling it for sure. Breakdown. March 28th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make a wish. Detention center. Hallway. Your second favorite meltdown so far. They're all pretty good. Every time. Mr. The Best of the Best. The best of the best. We have the results. The best of the best? Looks like even the forensic officers have it tough.
We found traces of Knightley's blood on Dogan's knife. It was just like you said. You're the best, Mr. The Best.
All right, good job. But don't stop there. Keep the praise coming.
Yes, sir. You're so incredible and handsome, it brings tears to my eyes. I'm sure everybody in the Ace Attorney fandom is writing fan works about you right now. Fan fiction all up the wazoo. Every category is just the best X the best.
Like himself. You know, it's important to practice self-love sometimes.
From sorrow?
The next case is corrupted audio. What? How? What? Is it because of the patch? Or is the game just like that? Or is it when you played it in an emulator? That's interesting. Interesting that the fan translators would leave it in that state. Maybe they fixed it since then? Let me check something. Ace Attorney investigations to fan translation. Don't praise the best, it goes right to his head. And then it fills up all the extra space that would have been used for brain cells, gosh dang it. Jeez. Let's see, what version of the patch am I on? I'm on patch V2. So, if maybe you played it on an original patch, before, maybe it's been fixed by then? The latest version of the patch fixes it. Okay. Yeah, I have V2, which is the latest version, so I'm thinking it's fine. I'm hoping it's fine. Coming right out, thanks for the resub. Welcome back to the chicken coop. Grab a nest and get comfy. Tell you what though, thanks for the warning. If it glitches out, I'm gonna have to mute it, so thanks for the head up. Well done, Sebastian. Next comes the follow-up investigation. Welcome on in, Common. How's it going? You can do this now that you're not sleeping early tonight. What? Well, thank you, Common. I hope you get rest, though. We just, found the true killer of this case. And, I tell you what, that's a pretty good breakdown. Hee. Welcome on, welcome on, welcome on. How you doing? Well done, Sebastian. Next comes the follow-up investigation.
Huh? What are you talking about, Justine? Hasn't the case been solved already?
Look, this stuff normally happens before the regular events of Ace Attorney the Best. Come on. We have not yet confirmed if Knightley truly was one of Dogen's henchmen. There is also a chance that Warden Rollins jumped to conclusions. Look at this. Look at this. If I just... There. Look, we're twinning. We've got two smug faces just staring right at each other. Put that in your fanfiction. Oop. Wait, actually. Yeah, this is just like the exact... That's just the same. It's like the same face. Same energy. Cursed. Is it the best? Can we send the best to jail? Unfortunately not, Common. He'll still be around with us yet, but I think he's learning. I think he's gaining some brain cells. Yeah. There's also a chance that Warden Roland jumped to conclusions.
Oh!
That is the remaining uncertainty in this case.
Anyway, let's keep investigating. Hey, you there, come with me. Since I'm the best, the truth will appear before me first. When that moment arrives, make sure you don't miss it.
Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to witnessing your first-rate ability.
Let's go!
All right. I want to see that meme in the best form.
Let's frickin' go!
We live in troubling times, don't you agree? Yeah, troubling my sense of logic and sanity. The would-be assassin of the president was found murdered in the prison. He wasn't gonna whatever. Knightley had not planned to assassinate the president. The truth is not as vital as you seem to believe it to be. You're a judge, ma'am. Shouldn't you believe in that? That the truth is important. Not to the world and not to the law. You're not interested in justice. You're interested in punishment.
That can't be right!
Believe what you will. However, I'm sure people would like if she was interested in punishment.
Bayonetta!
As long as Prosecutor Edgeworth remains a prosecutor, it is an inescapable reality. A prosecutor is not someone who demands a guilty verdict. That is what I believe. Man, Edgeworth's win rate is just gonna go down the pooper. It's like every case he has prosecuted ever since the end of Ace Attorney 1 is gonna be like, I want to find the truth. Yeah, but Edgeworth, you're gonna lose every case. Who would want to hire you as the prosecuting attorney from then on out? Those are merely your values. The law is not the plaything of any one person. Well, not you either. If you will not submit to that, you will do well to prepare for the consequences.
What's that supposed to mean, pal? Don't tell me you're gonna...
Shush, 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 shush. Now then, this is where I must take my leave, Prosecutor Edgeworth. The government hired Edgeworth. Ha! Don't send the best to jail. Sure, he does everything wrong, and he's a little dumbus, and he took the credit for the investigation, and... Wait, what's my point? I don't know what your point is, Rora. Tell me when you come up with it. Maybe do some objections. Judge Courtney is right. The law should not serve any one person's desires. However, if the truth is bent as a result of that, can that really be called justice? Oh, hi, Simon. How's it going?
Ah, Simon!
Yo, boss!
What happened? They said you can come out already?
Well, honestly, I don't know for sure. All of a sudden, they were like, you're free to go, and you should thank Mr. Edgeworth. Well, that's because he found out who the real murderer was.
Look at the funky monkey man.
Really? He did? Mr. Edgeworth? Ah! Oh! Oh! Ah! No way, no way, no way! Even if you glare at me like that, it's useless! I'm innocent after all. You can't make me guilty!
I didn't want to, but his voice just evolved into Shaggy. And that's because I usually reserve my Shaggy voice for Larry Butts. So if I ever play the original trilogy, I have to... Is it alright with you guys if I just use that voice for Larry too? Because, you know, it's not like they're ever gonna meet each other, right? Right?
Simon, you should thank him, you know.
You're right. Oh, thank you very much.
I want to thank you too.
Good grief, does a...
Mr. Defense Attorney, can I ask you just one more question?
Yes, you may, but I'm not a defense attorney. Larry, what's up? You gave Larry a surfer voice, but Larry, you could just give yourself, you should give him your voice because you're Larry. What's up, Larry? How's it going? How long have you been lurking there? It's like I started giving Larry a surfer dude voice, but then because of the way, you know, first impressions kind of influence how I do voices in Ace Attorney. It's like, it's over, man. It's over. Just lock me up. That turns into Shaggy. Like, how could you not?
I thought that Knightley and I were friends. No, I mean best friends. I always thought we were.
You don't think so anymore?
Well, I'm just wondering. There were some things I had no idea about. Like how you could hate someone enough to kill them. That's why, maybe, you never trusted me either.
Simon, that's not true.
You're lying! Because if I had known, I could have, stopped him. I would have told him he had no need to be angry with anyone.
Mr. Keys, I don't think he disliked you either. Let's show him proof that Knightley trusted him.
The chessboard? The chessboard. Chessboard, right? Because he told him to bring it to him. I'm gonna see the chessboard. Oh, not check it, present it.
Take that! That's what I gave to...
Knightley hid it chiseled inside it. But why, though? Most likely to aid in his escape.
Escape? He used me? He trusted in you. He knew you'd bring it to him without looking into it and without question. And in doing just that, you were caught up in everything. I love Ace Attorney when it does the present evidence to the client thing at the end of the case. Because look at that, it ends up so heartwarming. And if you get it wrong, it's just funny. Another layer with Simon's name. Him and Money mimic each other. Money see, money do. Larry's been lurking for 1.5 hours. Well, I hope you had a fun time with it. Like, totally, man. It's an impeccable Shaggy voice. I'm from California. It's like half of the accent I already have, man. Like, dude, man, like, totally, dude, like, man, like, yeah, man, like, totally, dude, bro, like, bro, man, dude, like, totally, man, bro, bruh. Nightly, you idiot! Looks like he gets it. Bruh.
Simon's not as dumb as he looks after all. I'm sure he'll be back to normal by tomorrow.
Was that supposed to be a compliment? Meanwhile, it's a good thing we're out. Like, it's a good thing we're out here and he's frozen in there and he's the sheriff. Ooh. I'll be strong. I'll become a splendid wild animal tamer for Nightly's sake. Excellent. That's the spirit. What? Ooh. Whoa. Ah. Alright, who on Capcom staff watched Ratatouille? Let me know. Let me know. You know it, California Bear. Yeah, you got it, Rice Q. You'd be like totally, like, dude, like totally hella tight. See, hella is added with the Northern Californian dialect, and we stand for it. We stand for it. You know, Zalfira and Let's Play J got the same thing going on. I can appreciate that. I wonder what SoCal has in return, because you know, like, there you go. Me saying like again. Like everything I say is just what I say. Like totally, dude, man, like, bro. I almost forgot. If you like, please come to our next show. Is that Max Galactica on the poster? Yo! Oh, you know it. Look at that boy. I see he's still not taken to wearing a shirt. That's fine. That's okay. It's been a while since I've seen him. Maxie boy. I'll also be performing in it.
The Berry Big Circus is always fabulous and fun for all ages.
Wow, that sounds like fun. Let's go, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I'll think about it. Billy Bob Johnson. Ah, yeah, I forgot about that. That's his name. That's his name, isn't it? That's his name, isn't it?
Well, we need to get back to practicing right away. You'll be with Regent today.
Well, hey, whoa. What? Tiger? No way, no way, no way!
It'll be fine. He's a good boy.
No way! There's no way it'll be fine. Please cut me a break! Boss! Well, that's not my problem anymore. Let's go home, everybody. And there they go. Damn, it's that one circus I called Gumshoe about from the airport. But man, bravo, bravo! You really put on a good show today, Miles. It's all thanks to you, Mr. Shields. Without your help, she might have gotten away. See, Edgeworth may be book smart, but even he needs to be edged on from time to time. Hi. Not to mention allowing us to continue the investigation. Oh man, cut it out already. You're gonna make me blush. I never know when you are being serious. Uncle Ray is always serious. So how was it, Miles? How did it feel to be a defense attorney? To save people?
A defense attorney.
But that really took me back. It was just like being next to your old man again. It's been a good while since I felt this good.
Thanks for the hydrate.
It was, well,
It's somewhat difficult to say it was a good thing.
I mean, last time I was a defense attorney, there was those earthquakes, and then also like the Canadian judge. That was weird. Edward still has trauma from the Canadian judge. My goodness.
come on, Miles. Are you sure you don't want to be a defense attorney?
What?
You know, pick up where your father left off. Don't you want to save people like he did? What are you talking about, pal? Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecutor.
How hard would it be to just change the profession from prosecutor to defense attorney? Like, do you have to pass a different bar, or can you just decide to do it? Is there a process?
But is it really that unusual for a prosecutor to become a defense attorney these days?
Not these days. Roa's trauma resurfaced from another POV. What? Anyway. Card capture Sakura's wand? Oh, is that what Regina has? I never knew that was a reference. Phoenix handed the badge to me, but he first sneezed into his hands beforehand, so I needed a whole lot of hand sanitizer. Eli be like, in New York, I need to go get my glasses so I can drive my car to go to the park. Like, oh my gosh. Unusual isn't the problem here.
Hey, don't be so upset. It's normal, you know? Normal.
It's not!
Normal, pal.
They're finishing each other's sentences now.
You'd make for a powerful defense team. Mr. Shields, I am a prosecutor. And Uncle Ray is a defense attorney. That's why I'm being serious about this. Huh? Well, that's just my opinion. Feel free to drop by anytime you have a change of heart. I'll be waiting for you.
Oh boy. We're gonna see him again. Sometime soon, I bet. Your professor was a district attorney, then worked in defense? Oh, really? Oh, you went to law school, Eli? I didn't know that.
In America.
In America, it's not not hard to become a defense attorney. No extra bar. Wow. You hear New York all the time. It gets annoying. What? Common Rider. Hurry, hide yourself. Common actually doesn't have that much of a New York accent, actually. Still, though, it's a good thing that that Gumshoe doesn't have that much dialogue. I'm kind of giving him a... Aren't I giving him a Brooklyn accent? I kind of am.
Brooklyn Rage!
Follow in my father's footsteps? Me? Become a defense attorney?
Oh, they're breaking out the little picture. The picture of... Before he was Miles Edgeworth, it was Inches Edgeworth when he was just a little baby. He didn't grow up into be Miles yet.
I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my dad.
Sanji Brooklyn accent. Oh, no. Don't remind me of that. The 4Kids dub. Yo, it's Greg.
Like my father? Should I become a defense attorney like my father?
Yo, Greg has a Sprite.
The end.
Oh, Greggy boy. The pipes are calling. Say the data. You know I gotta say the data. Gregory. Oh, I bet. Okay, okay, so this... I'm just gonna say that when I searched for wallpapers for Ace Attorney Investigations 2, there are a lot that feature Gregory Edgeworth prominently, so the fact that the game keeps bringing up Edgeworth's relationship with his dad, like, I know they're gonna have to go into that. Oh, I'm excited for it. That's something that Ace Attorney just has never explored until now. It's so important to Edgeworth's backstory. I want to see it happen. Oh boy. Please start case 3. I'll start it. How about I'll start it, but we're not going to, like, the moment I get control, I'm gonna have to save and quit it. This will be our preview. And you know what? Actually, I'm gonna preview it right now. I'm not gonna save after, though. So, we'll begin with the cutscene next time we stream this. Yo, wait, hold on, we gotta see. Every time you finish the case, you get free art. Greg? Yo, Greggy boy? The Inherited Turnabout. $3 p.m. decoration, what is this? Cake? Hello? Gordon Ramsay?
What's for dessert today?
Jeff Basses,
What?
piece of cake.
Ah! Whoa, whoa.
They didn't...
Okay, hold on,
Wait a minute. They didn't fix it, everybody. They didn't fix it. Happiness for one and all. The sweetest temptations. There. Where? Over there. Take a peek inside the oven. Ding.
Look, it's freshly baked desserts.
I love that guy's hair. What the heck, man? My ears. My ears. My ears. Oh. Whew. Should I edit that for the VOD? I might edit that for the VOD. I'll figure it out. Man, you'd think. Oh, what happened? What'd I miss? Oh, it's Greg. Gregory. Tomorrow I'm heading towards that fateful place with your son. To find out the truth of 18 years ago. Oofa, 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 oofa. Ah, it's gonna take me a while to render the video, but just for y'all, I'm gonna have to edit that out. I don't know if I'll fix it, but oof. And then on the YouTube VOD, it'll sound like I'm yelling for no reason. It's for the best. It's for the best. Finding out your father's killer, Miko, I think we found that out already. I think we found that out a long time ago. April 2, 10:05 a.m., Zodiac Art Gallery, Fountain Patio. EX Zodiac? Yo, what's up, Ray? Mr. Shields, isn't it about time you told me what this is all about? Why did you bring me to this museum with you? You're not busy now, are you, Miles? I thought it would be nice if we could share the romance of the constellations together. Yo? We on a mandate? Get it, Law? I beg your pardon, but I would like to leave. I'm taken. Sorry, it was just a joke. You know about the final case your father worked on? The IS-7 incident? Oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah. I was gonna be like, wouldn't it be DL6? No, wait, no. The defense attorney for DL6 was freaking, Robert Hammond. No, this is... Wait, so then... Does IS-7 have to deal with Von Karma? Yes, Manfred Von Karma showed it to me immediately after I became a prosecutor. Oh! Oh, we're indirectly getting connection to Von Karma. This is interesting. I reviewed the case file again last night after you invited me here. And while I don't remember it very well, I had also been in attendance at the trial back then. There's a version... Oh, look at that! Look at that! They just took Phoenix's objection sprite and then drew Greg's head on it. That's hilarious. There's a version without the bug because you heard that voice dialogue in the playthrough without any problems. You know what? I bet it might be fine if you played on a flash card. But I think maybe in this specific emulator, there's a bug with it. That's unfortunate. The funny thing is, I do have a flash cart and a Capture 3DS, but it's on loan right now, so I was considering playing it on that, but I went for this instead. Oop. Oop. On your emulator, no problem. What version is it, Eli? I'm on Desmume 912.
which I believe is the latest version of it. I mean, my totally legit DS is Desmumi 912. Yes, okay. Yeah. DL6. Oh yeah, DL6 was his death. Yeah, oh yeah, about that. And then they did the whole thing with the spirit medium and oh yeah. On loan, I wonder who's borrowing my 3DS. Melon DS. Yeah, I heard about that one. I never needed a better emulator, but hey. You know what? Now that I know about this, maybe I'll try to set up Melon DS for the next time I stream this.
When I was young, I loved watching my father do battle in the courtroom. During that trial, it was my father, the defense attorney Gregory Edgeworth, against...
Oh, look at that. He's even wearing similar clothes to Edgeworth's first outfit.
my former mentor, Prosecutor Manfred von Karma. And while the trial ended with the defendant being declared guilty...
I see. So you were there too, at Gregory's final trial. In that case, I'll cut to the chase and tell you what you want to know. The truth about the IS-7 incident. It happened 18 years ago, during the winter. All the buildings were covered in snow, coating the entire town like a layer of frosting.
It's the only sound glitch, don't worry about it. Well, the thing is, I said I was going to replay the intro to this next time I stream, so I don't want it to glitch out again when I do. So unless I, like, get a video of it and play it instead, it's still gonna glitch out. Anyway, everything's covered in snow.
And it was in this very place that incident occurred. This was all before Uncle Ray became a defense attorney. And he was just Ray.
18 years ago. Are we flashing back? Are we flashing back? Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? December 24th. Oh, Merry Christmas, everybody. 5 p.m. Detention Center, Visitor's Room. And we know that it had to be December 24th, because after that was when Von Karma shot him, and then that became exactly 15 years later to the day, the whole thing with Edgeworth and the Hammond. Oh, almost Christmas. Sorry, it's almost Christmas. It is not Christmas. Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no! What voice does Gregory Edgeworth have? Does he also have a mid-Atlantic accent?
Edgeworth. Gregory Edgeworth. I am Gregory Edgeworth. Yes, I sound like a dad, because I sound like I have a mustache, even though I don't have a mustache. Yes, alright. Deeper mid-Atlantic accent. I must project my voice and be Father Daddy Edgeworth. Daddy Edgeworth I am, call me Daddy.
Alright, I'm going with that.
Mr. Edgeworth, this request sure was sudden, don't you think?
Indeed. We were contacted, but immediately after the client was arrested. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I am a defense attorney.
Oh! Greg! Young Ray also a different voice? I was doing a different voice. I'm making him slightly higher pitched. Should I do him less raspy?
I brought my assistant Raymond with me to meet our client, but...
A murder on Christmas Eve? This is just too much!
That's just my voice now. Almost Christmas. Hello. Should I... Okay, this is getting too far now. Okay. I'm gonna leave it right here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave it right here. I want to land on a cliffhanger because this was just gonna be a little preview of what's to come. Oh my goodness, oh my dang. I know I'm not playing yet, but I want to save some surprise for next time. Come on.
We're saving it. I'm sorry. I'm calling it. Also for my own health, because I don't want to stream for too long, especially when it comes to Ace Attorney. So this is all the more reason for y'all to. This is all the more reason for y'all to just wait a little bit longer and watch next time. So you don't know who's singing. I don't know who's singing. We'll just have to find out next time. Save the state. Oh, you guys see that, don't you? On my totally legitimate DS. And y'all are gonna have to wait. Just be patient. It's all right.
Next time for Gregory Edgeworth. Ho 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 ho!
Hee hee. Ho ho ha. I'm gonna have to figure out how he laughs, how he cries, how he dies. No, I already figured that one out. Anyway, everybody. I know, Azura. It's not illegal to emulate. It's just a running joke among every streamer ever. You have to be in on it, you know. You have to be a streamer to understand, you know. And actually, I do actually own a copy of Ace Attorney Investigations 2, and I did actually rip it. Yeah, that's what I did. I actually ripped it. Seriously though, that's what I did when I played Mother 3, because Nintendo was on this kick of like actually copyrighting, claiming people who played fan games and fan translated games. I'm like, all right, Nintendo, I'll play your game. I took my imported copy of Mother 3, I ripped it, I patched it, and I streamed that. So, you know, that's what I do for all of my imported games. Yes. 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 I ripped it using my hacked 3DS, which is also legal. Anyway. Until next time, though. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Gregory Edgeworth. We got a little Greg action. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. But next time, though, I'll figure out which day I'm going to stream this game again. Thursday is gonna be a for sure, but I have to decide whether or not I'll play it on Wednesday or Monday. So, I don't know. Let me know in the chat or in the Discord what y'all think, because I have not been consistent with that, and I want to make sure people don't miss this epic part. Dad case. So, yeah. Oh, wait. Before I forget, we got some art. And if you ever have any art for the stream, post it on the Discord or tweet it at me. And if you put it on Twitter, remind me, because I check the stream art section of the Discord every time, but I don't always check my Twitter. Checking my Twitter messages to get a photo from Robo. It's the secret that has been found about Edgeworth. The art prompt for the month, Edgeworth's dirty secret. It doesn't have to be dirty, but, you know. Here's the secret. You know, Kay was snooping around in Edgeworth's office and happened to find this. Oh, look, it's the plush I ordered from Japan.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, what's this cute little thing doing on your desk, huh?
I don't have to explain myself to you. Is Edgeworth just a living Jabot? Wait, I thought there was an Edgeworth attached. It's just the Jabot by itself. I don't have to explain myself to you. Return him this instant. It was a gift from Maya. But you know, it does. Edward did say return him, not return it. He ran out of space, so no, he's a sentient Jabot. Now he's a sentient Jabot. That's perfect, actually. It's enough. It's like the smallest thing you can use to identify him. Like, what could you use to identify everyone else? Phoenix could be just his spiky hair, or maybe just a pointing finger. Francisca could be a whip. Godot could be his glasses. Mia could be the Magatama? Or maybe that's Maya. I'm not sure. Maya is the detention center. That's how you identify Maya. The background of the detention center, because she's always in it. There you go. Thank you for the art roll, and again, we'll put it up on the Wall of Fame. You notice I cleared some stuff earlier because we're running out of space again, but that's good. Next week,
I will figure out how to, when I should do the art stream to make my own Edgeworth secret art. But until then, tomorrow, we'll be playing some more Ocarina of Time. We'll also play the early access beta for that Star Fox game, EX Zodiac. Been waiting for that one. And yeah, we'll see you then. We'll see you then. Godot would be a flying mug, flying directly at Phoenix. Oh man, I got it. You know what? Here, have the picture again. Because yes. Because yes. The cup, the coffee Phoenix. I'm still really surprised I didn't buy regular Phoenix. But there they are. The gang's all here. Alrighty. I'll see y'all next time. But until then, if you haven't already, Monday art, maybe. I don't know. People might be expecting the game on Monday, and I'm not sure. Until then, everybody, there's links in the chat for the Twitter, YouTube, and Discord. Follow them or not if you're not already, just in case. Just in case anybody's new. And follow me on Twitch. And have a good night. If you're going to sleep, I will let you stay clucky, everybody.